Dream life.
Yeah. You know, this is one of those where you just need some inspiration, some motivation. As long as you got the dedication, you can get everything else, you know. Feel me on this one, though. Your dream life, what up? It's your boy D.S.P.I.L.L Over.
If I keep my head up high and I reach right towards the sky, I'll go.
Oh yeah, I got that. Him and his wife against different.
Nothing.
Cause they missed that shot.
Ain't nothing stopping me. Nothing.
As far as I can see,
I can't even see nothing stopping me. I told them that I got it now. My brothers, they gon' follow now. Used to move fast till life had to sit me down. Used to be the power forward. I'm a sinner now, trying to get a sinner folks that knows what a sinner knows. Long nights, shorter days, had a couple though. Now the teams winning pictures in the Super Bowl. Told mama if they love me, then they love me. But I ain't looking for love, I just want a couple bucks. All the chicks that I dated, I ain't really one. Only did it cause they know how to love and fuck. That's a different beat. That's another story. Robbing criminal, that's how the world started. Made fake friends, they weren't really for me. All they wanted was my time and glory. When I get that time, they ain't do it for me. I don't talk now, cause I do it
if
for
I
me.
keep my head up high,
Let's go.
and I reach right towards the sky, I'll go. I'll go. Oh, nothing stopping me.
Ain't nothing stopping me.
Oh, nothing.
Nah,
As far as I
I
can
can't even
see,
see nothing stopping me.
I got
That's all my mama used to buy. Remember she used to buy by the jug.
He got my mouth reading. So he yeah, I'll bring you one next time.
Eyes open, ears good like a street. I've been nice since a young age, but I got better like wine age. When the father goes to the time stage, these are things that I just gotta say. Like 5 times gotta pray, man. Gotta pray, man. I gotta pray every day. 5 times gotta pray, man. I gotta pray, man. I'ma make it. I know.
If I keep my head up high and I reach right towards the sky, I'll go. I'll go. Oh, nothing stopping me. Oh, nothing. As far as I can see, I got it.
One of the little niggas from the hood. He's bad as hell. All right, we back. Welcome, world, to a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Monday. You already know what it is. It's your favorite show in the world. Ain't no denying. You know you love us.
The Spill Over.
With yours truly, Drink Lockhead.
Yeah, Reggie.
Big bruh.
Yep, and you know we dropping that fire. We got a lot of hot topics for y'all today, and let's get right into it. Let's waste no time. Let's talk about the sports.
Yeah, I'm hating. LeBron ain't nothing.
Congratulations, man. To that man.
Congratulations to the Lakers.
Straight up.
I don't know if they deserve it with this bubble and
Yeah.
all that, but
I look at it like, man, they all went through it. You know what I'm saying? It's their own fault. They weren't prepared, which a lot of teams was not prepared. And a lot of them didn't even want to go down there. But that's their own fault.
I feel rejuvenated. I like being right. I said they were going to win this year, and it happened.
you know what? I want to start the controversy early before y'all even get into the topics. So I watched this clip, and it was an old school clip. I think it was oh man, Alonzo Mourning and Olajuwon, I think it was. But it was a hard foul. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about one of them fouls today will get you thrown out the game.
Probably a suspension.
Depends on how you do
Yeah,
it.
no, I'm just.
It got to be a play going towards the play.
Hold on, stay
The
with
ball.
me. Stay with me. Stay with me. All right. I'm watching this old school clip, and it made me think. You know how everybody's saying LeBron is the greatest. All the comparisons with him and Jordan. All right. This is what I came up with. Ain't no way in hell LeBron can handle Jordan, and here's why. Jordan played in a time where the physicality would have LeBron crying every other play. Now, Jordan can play through the physics. If Jordan was playing in today's time, in his prime, LeBron couldn't stick with him. He'd break his damn ankles.
He'll have wilt numbers.
You know what I'm saying?
He'll definitely have wilt numbers.
So, my thing is, people stop comparing LeBron to Michael Jordan. There is no comparison. They played in different eras. The physicality of the game was different. You know, the talents are uncomparable just because of how the game is played, you know, in the different eras.
Yeah, that's like dropping John Elway or
I'm keeping 100 with
or
you.
some of them.
I'm keeping 100 with you. It's at least 20, 30 players plus. I wouldn't even say 30, 20 that have Michael Jordan's skill set now in the league.
Oh no, hell no.
Yes, they do. See, the difference is Michael Jordan's skill set was unheard of back then, but his heart and his will to win, that's what none of them have.
No, it's
but the
different.
shit he does, these cats can do that shit. Back then they couldn't.
Here's the difference. They're doing it without the physicality.
Yeah, you can do a lot.
How
Jordan
Jordan used to come through the hole and spin around motherfuckers and, you know, hook up under the rim.
They do that now.
Yeah,
Murray just did it in the
because
playoffs.
nobody can touch
Without
you.
the
No, Murray
physicality.
did it on somebody.
Without the
The
physicality.
dude jumped up and the body, his body hit him and he still did it.
Like a Charles Barkley coming in at you and you driving the hole.
That what Drake talking about is rare. That don't happen.
That's
often.
not rare.
It is rare.
That's not rare.
I'm
It's cats in the league that literally have the athleticism and the skills
agree.
that Jordan.
I agree.
Bro. You ain't saying nobody
I
be able to
agree.
hop and hang
Hey.
like him in history. Stop
And
saying
I
that.
say it's a high percentage.
Name the player that can hang like him.
I say it's high.
Vince ain't playing, so don't say Vince. And that's it.
I'm gonna name a cat who's not even a superstar.
No, he can't.
Dude from Miami Heat.
No, he
he
can't.
got crazy.
I know who you
hops.
talking about. He got hops. He can't
Crazy
hang like
hang
Jordan,
time.
bro.
Yeah, he just ain't did it, bro. I'm telling you, bro. What your eye test is seeing a person that is doing it that nobody else in that era could do. Like you
I know who you
fail to
talking
give
about.
props to the new era.
I've seen him play.
Bruh,
When he do it, I'll give him props. You said,
Bruh,
I'm doing it without seeing him doing
James
it.
James White, actually, he jumps farther from the from the line than Jordan did in the dunk contest.
I'm
James
not
White,
taking none from the
Green.
current guys. All right. What I'm saying is, if their skill level right now, put them back 2-3 decades, you know, in the Jordan era, they wouldn't be able to handle it. They'd be crying foul.
They just beat him
I
up.
wouldn't be able to say
They
that.
just
I wouldn't
beat
be able
him
to say
up.
that because, bro, you play to what you're allowed to do. Like if you watch playoff basketball, they let them push. They let them hand check. They let them push them like that.
And a lot of these same dudes we talking
They
about.
they do that all day.
They be
Like if you
completely
seen
out
how
of
did you see how
In the Jordan
Crowder
era,
was
hand
guarding?
checking was legal.
But that's what I'm saying is they allow them to do it. Like it's just when
and it
you get to
causes
the
them
point.
problems.
All right,
No, it doesn't.
Check this out.
Butler
Watch this.
still got
Watch
buckets
this.
when they was hand checking
here's-
them and pushing
here's
them.
one play that they always ran with the big man. Give it to him in the post and let him back him down. Okay. Back in the day, the defender can use his leg and his hip and his body.
They do that in the
defend
playoff.
him.
That's what they was doing in the playoff. That's how
Yeah,
they
who?
guarded.
You can't
That's
do-
how they
nobody
guarded
use-
Jokic the whole series.
Jokic
It's
ain't
not
got
the
no back to
same.
the basket game.
You can put body.
Were you
Jokic is-
watching the series?
Yes, Jokic is not physical at
Bruh,
all. Jokic is a
the game
fadeaway
point,
shooter.
the game point to win the game against AD, he bagged him down like a little kid. Everybody was talking about that. What are you
Jokic,
talking about?
That's not his game.
But
One play don't make it
I'm
your
not
game.
talking. I never. What?
That's not what he does on a regular
What
basis.
narrative did we just have that said what's Jokic's game? What are you talking about?
He's
You
talking
just
about the
said
way
nobody
they
did
play.
it.
Jokic doesn't play like that. He made
I didn't
a
say
play
he
like
played.
that. He's
That's the
talking about
point I'm making.
Well,
I
you
said
talking about,
he
you talking
did
about a
it.
style of play, ain't you?
No, he's just saying
What
it's being done.
What I'm saying is the physicality. The rules have changed in the game to where you can showcase your actual basketball skills.
Yeah, it's catered to offense because that's what gets the
Versus
views.
Back then, you had to work for everything because there was a body on you, sometimes 2 or 3.
Did you know at a point the NBA was going bankrupt because the games were there wasn't enough action. It was just the high scores was 80, 90 points. And they were losing money. And they realized the highlighted plays is what got money. So David Stern made the rule changes.
Well, that's because them cats. I know what you're talking about when you made the rule change. Because them cats wasn't as skilled as the generation before. They couldn't handle, like he just said, they couldn't handle the physicality. Because when Jordan was playing with them same rules, NBA was at an all-time high.
That was during Jordan's era. What are you talking about? When the rules
didn't change for
yes, they did. That was in between Jordan era when David Stern made the hand checking rule.
No, hand check came in 03, right before LeBron got drafted. That's when hand check. Jordan was out the league for the final time by that time.
Who gave LeBron James his jersey when he got drafted?
Who gave it to him? Mm-hmm. You talking about David Stern?
Exactly. So it was still.
But I'm saying when the rules changed is when LeBron got right before he got drafted is when they took away hand checking. All through Jordan Magic career.
It wasn't that.
It was 03. It was 03.
No, it was not. No, it was not.
When
because
hand checking.
No, because they always give LeBron props because he played in the beginning of the physicality.
It was still kind of physical, but it was no hand checking. They did let him bump a little more, but it was no
my thing is this. We can sit here and say it's not as physical now, but these, like for instance, Butler wouldn't be limping to the fucking to the locker room after a playoff game if it wasn't physical.
Butler was limping because he
was getting his ass beat.
They weren't, man. He was running in them more than they was running in him.
But still, it was being physical though. It was getting physical. The body. What?
I think it's amazing. We having this conversation.
And he played 47 minutes and 20 seconds.
This is what I read. A little history about LeBron James. I ain't gonna put this name out there, but this fucked up. What has Jordan ever done? I'll wait. It's bigger than basketball. Never would Jordan be put on the platform as a Jim Brown or Muhammad Ali in the fight for equality.
No, he wouldn't. Because he didn't care about that. He just cared about basketball.
It was a different time.
I don't like how look.
It's a different time.
I don't like.
It was worse than the time than it is now.
I know.
I don't like how this
person. Out
person.
then, it was more risk.
I don't like how this person took the twist of. It took the debate to a whole nother level. It wasn't about LeBron just being better in basketball.
They always try to add something that don't have nothing to do with basketball. Yeah, it has nothing to do with basketball.
The dude literally leads all stats of every
in
damn
longevity
category.
Only because he played more games than everybody else.
Like,
he didn't do it in less times. He just played more. If you're a great player, you do something longer than other great players. You're gonna have more, not better, but more numbers. His averages aren't better. He just have more totals.
If you're great longer than the next man, then that makes you greater.
No, it doesn't. It just makes you healthier. It just makes you healthier.
I
came up in a few eras, and LeBron ain't at the top of my list.
Bro, LeBron got way more field goal. He got way more three-pointers made, way more three-pointers shot than Larry Bird. Nobody will say he's a better shooter than Larry Bird.
No.
Nobody.
But
he has more. What you just say? If he does it longer, if he does it more longer, then it makes him better. No, it doesn't.
If I'm not mistaken, even Jordan's field goal percentage wasn't as good as Larry Bird's from the field.
It wasn't.
Not from 3-point. From the field.
No,
yeah.
from the field.
From the field, he was better than Larry. But not from the. Jordan is the most efficient.
Jordan shot more than Larry. That's the only reason his percentages.
No, he's not, bro.
Bro, they talk about it. That's something that even yo guys that love LeBron say. Jordan has the highest efficiency numbers in the history of the game.
No, he doesn't.
Offensive efficiency rating, he has the highest. Higher than Wilt.
Rating?
Yes. That's efficiency numbers, not shot jacking.
Jordan was a shot jacker. What the fuck are you talking about?
Jordan would shoot 27 shots and he'd still get over 50% shooting.
Reggie, when was you born?
I was born in 91. What did it have to do with the numbers, bro?
You
The numbers
wasn't
on black and white.
watch like he
I
was.
still seen the games. It doesn't matter when I seen them. I still seen them.
91.
Yeah, man.
Bro, I was finna go in the Army.
Trent, like just like he told you, what did he tell you last show, Bug? Because I didn't see it doesn't mean I can't read about it. I can't research it and see.
But still, like you ain't gonna see the article. He had a whole article about how they were beating him up, and like people always down LeBron about crying. Dude, Jordan went to the press. He went to the press and made a whole article about how they beating him up, and he wanted to get called.
Like,
yeah, of course it's different because it's Jordan. It's different because it's Jordan.
Act like what Jordan was crying about is what LeBron's crying about. Anybody that's ever watched their games know you in two different lanes, Drake. They in total different lanes. What Jordan was talking about, LeBron was getting. Cats will get suspended. Put it like that. Cats will get suspended,
Bro.
What was a regular foul back then? Flagrant is
everybody getting beat up in the league. That's what they was telling you. That's what they was saying.
Nobody getting beat up in the league right
no,
now.
I'm not talking about right now.
Oh, okay,
I said in Jordan. Oh, and then y'all see you regular people are having stepped a day on the NBA court, but y'all think it's easy.
Rocky.
Why do y'all think it's easy?
Nobody said it's easy.
Check this out.
Look. It's not as physical. They don't make it easy.
Listen. Hold on. Stay with me.
How many games have y'all went to?
Stay with me, Rocky. Okay, you focus right now on something else. Okay, stay with me. All right. Mm-hmm. In what era did I grow up in? Who did I get to watch play?
Jordan.
And go. You can go back further than Jordan.
What, you
I grew up in the 71.
Yeah, you probably watch.
Okay, now keep that in mind.
A little Dr. J, a little Jordan.
Keep that thought in mind. Mm-hmm. Now that's me. Kareem. Okay, so I've got to see the sport itself change a few times. Right? Hold on, stay with me. Okay, I physically got to see it change a few times. I've watched the old school games live. I've watched championships. I've seen motherfuckers come off the court bleeding. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Shit now, where motherfuckers getting suspended, fined, and all that shit. This is what I'm saying. The physicality is not the same. These boys crying over a push when motherfuckers was getting hacked for real, and that was a regular foul.
Yes, because elbowed in the face.
That's all I'm saying.
But y'all are highlighting that like it's a good thing.
I'm not saying it's a good thing.
All he said was if Jordan got a chance to play without all that beat up shit
in the game,
he would have been even greater. That's all he was saying. He said if he could play with all that dirty play, which is what people used to call that back then. They called it dirty play.
Detroit Pistons.
That was what they called it, dirty play, whatever you want to call it. If he could have played without all that extra stuff, think about how great he would have been. He had them numbers with that stuff.
You can't even think about that because he wasn't playing in that era. Jordan was great for his era, but I can't put him in this era and just automatically king him.
You can't compare Jordan to LeBron.
I don't compare them.
That's what this whole thing was. That's what the whole conversation.
He's about an article he read.
I don't compare them at all. Jordan was great at his time, but it's LeBron's time now.
So nobody can say that LeBron is the greatest player
of all time. See that you fuck up when you say all time.
You can't say that.
You can't say nobody's the greatest then, if that's the point you want to make.
I can say this for a fact. Watching LeBron play and watching all the other guys play coming up from my childhood,
but how can
I can say it because I've seen it.
But
the way LeBron cries now,
how can you say, bruh? How can you say that though? If your main point of the argument is that it's more physical than it was then than it is now. How can you say that? You're saying the eras were different, but then you're saying one is greater than the other.
I'm not saying one is greater than the other.
Because you was back then. Speak on this too.
Okay, what I'm saying is you can't say LeBron is greater than Jordan. Okay, because if you put it together,
but you can say Jordan's greater than LeBron.
No, what I'm saying is if they switch roles right now at their peaks, okay, if they switch roles, LeBron would fold.
You can't say that.
But you do know Jordan.
You can't say that.
Hold on.
Because
the
Jordan,
rules of the game.
No. Look, if listen, I just let you say that. If you was to put Jordan in that era with this same mentality, yes, you may be right. But if Jordan came up in that era, he will be more physical.
I didn't say that.
You mean
I didn't
LeBron?
say that.
Look, if LeBron move to that era, he will be way more physical,
There's
bro.
a difference,
He's
Rocky. There's a difference between coming up in that era and playing in that era, and then saying, "Well, these lax rules," and then put him here. It don't work like that, bro. We talking about as they are at their greatest.
But you can't,
okay, for the talent and
but you can't do that. You can't.
Why can't I?
Because
the same way they compare him to Jordan.
No, bro. Listen, really listen to what I'm saying. If you're saying bring LeBron as he is now into a physical era, you think he will still be playing like he is now? That doesn't make sense. If I put you in a classroom,
but Drake, you also assuming because sometimes stuff like that is in you or it's not. It doesn't matter what era you came up with. It's in you or it's not.
When it's time to get physical, does
If
LeBron
he's crying-
fold? No,
if
he does
he's-
not fold.
He cries
used to.
about pushes.
He never
I'll
failed.
give
He
you that.
never folded. If it got
ever-
physical, he gonna get in
if
your
he
face.
ever had to deal with how them big man battled down in the paint,
Bro, when Ben Wallace
man,
and the
come
Pistons
on,
was all
man.
together,
You know what?
They used to whoop his
I can
ass
say
in the
it.
playoffs.
I can say it. I'm gonna say it.
They used to shut him down.
You can't say that, bro.
I'm saying
Yeah.
they did. I'm not saying they would have. They did.
You cannot say a 230 plus 6'8". Who is built?
You ain't
Nobody
never
has
seen no
been
big
built.
soft cat.
Nobody.
I'm not saying he's soft, but you ain't never seen no big soft cat, no dude that's real big.
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about LeBron
Yeah, you're
James, bro.
assuming he's gonna be more physical
No,
because
I'm
he
not.
big.
I'm not assuming. You can tell by his mentality, he is not gonna fold to no bigger dudes.
Bro, when you know that all the rules are back, you like now. If you get in somebody's face, he said
Man, look.
LeBron to get somebody's face. Back then,
We
you,
can argue
You
this
mess
too.
around, get punched down.
Hey,
Ain't nobody punching
we
you
can
down.
debate
Like
this
Lonzo
till we
Ball
all
said,
blue in
everybody
the
fighting.
face.
Ain't no NBA players fighting.
I can't. I would not. I wouldn't. I can't put another man in another era with the same mentality, because just like the same fact is, if I put somebody in, if I put a tech genius, a Bill Gates from the era he came up and created technology to the computer and put him back in 1920.
With that fact,
doesn't mean he gonna be on the same shit.
With that,
he
fact
might come
being
up with
made,
something
okay,
else.
We understand you with that fact. Okay, you can't put him in another era. Okay, with that being said, there's no way in hell you can compare statistics or any other thing in regards to the sport because they're in different eras.
But what I'm saying is the point of statistics, right? The point of statistics is to show what you've done in your career.
The game was different. The physicality was different. Therefore, the statistics
and not even just
would
the
be
physicality.
different.
Because Bug Taylor, I keep trying to tell Drake like stuff like this matters. Like playing back on top of the physicality, playing back to backs, playing 3 games in 4 nights. All that is dead, bro. LeBron goes through none of that. None.
Not no more.
You know how many years it's been since they done took that out? People keep talking about how long he been in the league.
it's
Do you
not-
know how easy the NBA schedule is compared to how you?
Bruh,
you didn't even have a break between the regular season and the playoffs.
You can
back then.
you
I
can
don't-
look
I
up
don't
you
follow
can
it
you
like
can
that.
look up
The
games.
playoffs
You can
started the
look
next
up
day.
games played, bro. And LeBron usually plays up to 75
All I'm
plus
saying
games.
is, look, you can't argue one side of the debate and then agree with the other or make your claim for this side of it, okay? Because you're saying you can't put them in different eras. There's no way then you can compare statistics because they're from different
And I'm not
eras.
saying just how many games you play. I'm talking about how often you're playing. On top of it being more physical,
Bro,
how often you
if it's
play.
82 games,
recovery
if it's
time.
82 games and you play 78 of them, you're playing mostly back to backs. You're playing most of them.
They barely have any back to back. I think right now,
So you
the
don't
most
think-
back to backs last year I think was for somebody's schedule, and this is on I think 13, and it was only back to back. No 3 games in 4 nights, only back to backs. It was 13 of them total out of them 82 games, spread over a very long time.
Over last year, bro, they just got rid of that.
No, they did that.
Over-
Chris Paul took that out when he became the head of the
Bruh,
of the NBA.
That was 2-3 years ago, bro.
They been.
It's not. It was 2-3 years
No,
ago, bro.
no,
They
it was
stopped
not.
back to back. And matter of fact, they still do back to backs. What are you talking about?
I'm not saying back to back. I said they don't do as many back to backs. They don't do 3 games in 4 nights no more.
Bruh,
they
no,
get time before the playoffs get
That's
started.
wrong. That's wrong.
That's not wrong.
That's wrong, bro. I mean, I have no. Y'all can like fucking Jordan. He's just not the greatest, bruh. He's not the greatest of all time.
Oh, so LeBron is the greatest.
No. I clearly said LeBron is the greatest of this era.
You know who he think the greatest is? Have he ever told you who he think the greatest player?
The greatest player of all time is Allen Iverson. That is the greatest player of all time. You ain't gotta see. This is the greatest point about this. You don't have to fucking agree to what I feel, because that's what I feel.
Yeah, we know you crazy, Dree.
Like you ain't gotta agree to what I feel. It's not this. There's no end all to be all onto what somebody thinks is the greatest player.
Look, in my opinion, Allen Iverson was a great point guard.
I'm gonna call him,
but he wasn't that superstar to make him the greatest of all time. In my opinion,
he wasn't he was an icon.
No, you didn't hear what I said. Now don't pick my words out of my sentence. Okay. I said he was a great player, but he wasn't that superstar to make him the greatest of all time. In my book, he makes the top 10 in my book.
I don't care where you put him. He's number one in mine. 1, 2 LeBron, 3 Jordan. That's how my list go. Yeah. That's how my list go. And like I don't put Jordan up there like that. For the fact of the matter is, like, you know what makes me not like Jordan as much? It's because how people try to portray him like he's just unstainable. Like
these are people. Look, these are people that watch Jordan throughout his career. Hold on, check it out. These are people that watch Jordan throughout his career, the same way you watch LeBron throughout his career.
But bro, we know more about LeBron and his career than we do of Jordan because of social media. Michael Jordan's business wasn't out there like that. So
you talking personal business?
I'm not just personal sports. The aspects of media. They didn't. It wasn't a media frenzy. It was a media frenzy with Jordan, but Jordan wasn't required to give you as much as the LeBron eras is.
Hey, well, check this out.
It's just this generation.
Me as a basketball player,
you gotta give sound bites, or you're not gonna get your notoriety.
For us coming up, I mean, that's like, okay. So you're speaking for my generation, then?
No, I'm not speaking for your generation. I'm speaking of what the media let out.
Look. I'm gonna break it down.
Did you see The Last Dance?
How many years? Fuck The Last Dance. How many of Jordan's last years did you see him play?
I seen from 95 to the end. I was watching sports from 95 to the end.
From 95, so in his basically when he retired
he
came back from the Wizards.
No, he came back for his second three-peat.
Okay. His career was already over.
No, it wasn't. He won 3 more championships.
Yeah, that wasn't the best version of Jordan, though.
He won 3 more championships.
You're not hearing what I'm saying, okay?
Wasn't the best.
Listen what I'm saying, Rocky. Get off your horse for a second.
He was great, but that wasn't
get off your horse for a second.
I think the first.
Okay, here's what I'm saying. You didn't watch Jordan in his greatest moments. You seen him play good. Okay, you didn't watch him in his greatest moments.
So when was his greatest moments?
Rocky, you know I'm not.
When was his greatest moments?
Me, and you know I don't follow basketball like that.
But then how come you don't tell me what I watched?
Because I'm telling you, you didn't see. You wasn't born. You wasn't old enough to watch it, bro.
But that doesn't mean that. That doesn't mean that. Just like I read Reggie, what'd you just say?
I said I can tell you.
So how come Reggie could tell me, but I can't? Huh?
I don't know what he can tell you, okay? But to sit here and say something about the media like we wasn't informed on his basketball issues, whatever pertained to the sports, just because there wasn't social media.
So you can't what I'm speaking on is what professional analysts say that was here for that. You say you don't watch sports, but guess what? I do research on people, and I watch people who followed Jordan his whole life. The only dude that Jordan would Ahmad Rashad, the only dude Jordan would let do interviews on him. The only dude. I've read his. Did you know that? Did you know that? That he only did.
Finish what you're saying,
but I'm just saying you saying like I don't know, but this basketball is literally my life. Okay.
So, but here's the thing: you can't tell me what I saw and what I didn't see.
I I never told you what you're telling me what I saw, and I didn't. I never said nothing.
No, what you're saying is there wasn't no social media, so you didn't know anything about what.
I didn't say that. I said the masses didn't know what was really going on behind closed doors. Bro, when the Last Dance,
who cares about a motherfucker's personal life, man?
No, when I say closed doors, I'm not talking just personal life. I'm talking about his attitude in the locker room, his attitude about practice.
People knew back then.
No, the people in the NBA knew. And people and media knew, but they didn't put that information out. If it was Instagram and all that stuff right now, we would have known the stuff that we found out about the Last Dance.
I don't think so, because that generation, bro, that was still the generation of men. Everything ain't for everybody. That's how men took it. The locker room was sacred back then. They didn't.
Bruh.
It wasn't no.
If that was the case, if that was the case, Jordan wouldn't have made that one statement that yeah, I don't know what my GM talking about, but I really want to play. They make statements when they want to get what they want.
But that wasn't the locker room.
I'm gonna stick to my guns when I say, regardless. You can't pick and choose what part of the damn decades you want to compare. Okay,
I'm not comparing nothing right now.
I didn't say you were. Okay, I'm making a general statement. You can't pick and choose what part of the decades to compare and then exclude other parts of the decades. Okay, if you're going to say, well, you can't compare because they were in different decades, then that's cut and dry. Okay, there is no comparison.
No, you're talking about the gameplay.
The gameplay and the social media and everything.
No, you can't put that in a nutshell, because those are aspects that have advanced.
The locker room is players and coaches.
But the locker room has always been out. When Isaiah Thomas and Magic Johnson got into it because Isaiah said he didn't want to play with Magic. That got out there.
And he also, because he said it to somebody that was writing about it.
But that's what I'm saying. Stuff got out of the locker room, bro.
Magic wasn't in his locker room, though.
If it was, bro, y'all can't tell me y'all don't realize. If it was social media like it was now, and that happened, bro, Isaiah would have been shunned, bro. They would have shunned them out because it would have been everywhere. People would have been constantly talking about it. It is a totally different world, this social media now, than it is way back then. It is.
It's a different era.
It is.
But
no, I'm saying you're right. It's a different world.
A different
but like
era.
I said,
there's no comparison.
If it would have been out back then, I don't know. Like
there is no comparison.
How is it no comparison?
Because you can't see. It wouldn't have been out. The technology wasn't there, so it wouldn't have played no effect. So therefore, it can't happen. What I'm doing is using your analogy. Okay, you said
like I was raised from parents that was from back then. Like a person like me, social media don't interest a person like me. You know what I'm saying? Social media interests a lot of people.
Yes, it does,
but
Reggie.
It don't really
you get a lot of information from social media, bro.
Yeah, people do.
So it interests you, bro. Don't try to.
And me participating in it is different.
No, it's not different.
You said Isaiah would have been tweeting it.
If you didn't care about social media, bro, you would just watch the news and find all y'all information there. That's bottom line. If you didn't care about you choose not to be a part of it.
Well, what part?
And actually, that's why I get my news from the news.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What are you? Or you consider social media?
Social media is Instagram, Facebook,
YouTube,
and YouTube. All that is social media, bro. Whenever you get any information from a source that is not considered a mainstream media, so. Even if you get it from a mainstream media, they probably got it from somebody else.
Most of these people that's putting stuff out was people that's in the same jobs as the people back then. They just got a different way to put it out. Chris Broussard, it was Chris Broussard's back then.
Bruh.
Skip Bayless was the Chris Broussard back then. It's just now there's a tweet. He can't tweet. That was the only difference between now and then. The same people held the same roles.
As soon as they hear about it, what can they do immediately?
But also back then too, they didn't have social media as far as electronics. What you talking about? But they form a social media.
Was a newspaper,
TV, newspaper, TV shows.
But what's the big difference about that? The platform is the actual person who heard the information. It's not, oh, I just heard this. I got to write it up and give it to my editor and he got to approve it. That's how a lot of this shit didn't come out. It wasn't an independent platform. You had to get all your stuff approved.
There was a lot of independent platforms back then, man. For all different areas of TV and entertainment. There was different platforms.
Okay, it was. But like I said, what's the good thing about now? Soon as you find it out, soon as Reggie or you tell me, man, I killed the cat. What can I do immediately?
Call Peter.
What can I do right then and there?
Rocky, yes, technology has advanced. We have access to social media and things. That's now.
That's now. It's a big difference between now and then. What I'm saying is, like what I was saying with The Last Dance, it was so much stuff that came out in that documentary that the people that were there didn't even know about. They didn't even know. They didn't know how Jordan felt about his teammates doing cocaine and all that shit in the locker room. They didn't know about how Jordan was mad at Pippen because he didn't want to play that game 7 where they fucking lost. They didn't know about it. But if social media was involved in, bro, the mentality you can say all you want.
I knew about the cokeheads. I brought it up, and you told me, where did you get your information from?
Listen,
I don't remember that, bro. I don't remember that.
I don't remember.
remember.
You talking about why he ain't wearing earlier? I said, dude, all them dudes was cocaine. You talking about where are you getting this from? You like, how do you know that?
I don't remember that.
I'm like, man,
you keep doing what you telling me I can't do. Okay.
Well, I didn't say you couldn't do no what.
Listen, when I make the comparison with LeBron James and Jordan and tell you switch errors, you say you can't do that, right? Okay. Now you're saying if social media was back then, you can't do that because it'll never happen. There was, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It's the same concept.
Okay, so I get what you're saying. You're saying as far as the physicality, that's what you're saying. Switch errors of physicality. Yeah. So let me ask you this question. Okay, when a job, when all right, a car assembly line, assembly line. Back in the day, there were certain ways to do it. How quick? How many cars could they make in a week?
We don't know that.
They do. They got the demographic.
We don't know that right now.
I know it because I watched a Ford documentary. It was 3 to 4 cars within a week is what they produce. What are they producing now?
Tell me.
A lot more. It's an obvious statement because it's a lot more cars come out in a week.
Them cars are had a lot more quality.
Yeah, there was more metal. Yes, it was a lot more quality. But my point is, when you have a game, you are always going to try to elevate that game and make it better. You're always going to try to make your product a better product. Yes, Jordan was in the era of where skill sets weren't that important. It was more physicality and domination. All right,
can't compare the two eras.
I'm not comparing the eras. I'm just
have to have skill set though. You keep acting like everybody was
the ones that were skilled. The ones that were skilled in certain things.
Bro, Larry was skilled. Isaiah was skilled. Joe Dumars was skilled.
Yeah,
Grant Hill was skilled.
I'm not saying that they weren't skilled. And Grant Hill, you couldn't even consider him in the Jordan like kind of era.
He came in the heart of Jordan Primes when he first started winning chips.
Cause
when Grant Hill came in 93.
Jordan already had 1 or 2.
Yeah, they were saying Grant Hill was the next Jordan. So that's what I'm saying.
And at that time, I agree.
He was
up until he got
injured. Yeah. Okay, but what I'm saying is, a product cannot always stay the same, especially when you realizing the loss of your better products is detrimental to what they're doing.
So if you make a better product, you still can't compare that new product to the old product because that old product was generated during a different time. Techniques advanced.
I'm not comparing.
No, this is what I'm saying. There is no way.
What I will say.
There is no way that we can compare
the rule
in no type of way.
And the less physicality
that's all I'm saying.
And things like that, it has allowed a lot more players to succeed that back in the day would not have succeeded. Like all these very small players that's playing now, they wouldn't have been playing back then. Back then, like if you wasn't a certain size, you wasn't getting looked at. If you couldn't play D, you wasn't getting off the bench. Unless you was an all-time great scorer, you was not getting off the bench if you couldn't play defense.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that was real. Like, the guys nowadays, the Trae Young, ain't nobody. Let me tell you, Trae Young would not be Trae Young back then. They'd have beat him up. Remember when Steph Curry first came out? It was only a little bit physical. They like, man, is he gonna last?
Bro.
I don't know if he gonna make it.
I was falling off basketball.
Oh my God, bro!
I remember when Steph came out.
You had cats like Muggsy Buggs.
That was a nobody, bro.
It was only
you had cats like Muggsy Buggs, Tim Harden, Spud Webb.
Spud was never no all-star. He was just a
but they can get buckets though.
Listen.
You had
these are all the ones that stood out. There was a lot of small players.
Adu Rahim, new play for the Nuggets. He changed his name. He had a previous name.
I think. Listen, I think what. No. Listen, I think what he said. Listen, you took that too personal. I don't think he meant it the way you took it. Okay, I think what he's saying is okay because I know for a fact there was a lot of small players
dominating.
No, not dominating.
Yes,
okay?
they were.
There was only a handful dominating.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They weren't.
There was only a handful.
Bro.
There was a lot of them in the league, but there was only a handful that were standing out like that.
That's what I'm saying. There were no standouts like that. Muggsy Bogues was no standout.
No,
Muggsy Bogues was.
Yeah, he was.
Muggsy Bogues was.
What are you talking about, bro?
About 10 and.
Muggsy Bogues is a standout.
But he give you that's the point that you're getting confused with standout with scoring points. No, them players did their job. They did their jobs. Muggsy Bogues to give you 20 assists a game to Larry Johnson damn near.
No, he did
not. Bro, they did their job, bro.
Again,
point guards did their job. They weren't expected to score.
This was a different era. Okay. Big men did big man things. The point guard was not a scorer.
They weren't. That wasn't their job.
He was the playmaker.
But that doesn't make them not a standout player. Like Nick Price, a white boy. He get you buckets. He was a small guard. Bro, we can keep naming small guards that got buckets. Dumars, Isaiah Thomas. You just said these dudes.
I know.
But you're saying it was only a handful, bro. That's more than my hand. That's more than my hand that I just named.
To the hundreds of players in the NBA, it was a handful.
400-some dudes.
You look at the top 20 list right now.
I guarantee you 30% of them was small. 30% of them was 6'3" and under.
That's 6'3" is not small.
That is small compared to the NBA.
That's now. Small. Back then.
Bro, no.
6'3".
Small.
Listen.
The point guards now are 6'6".
Who? What point guard is 6'6"?
Alexander.
He ain't no point guard.
He is a point guard.
He's a 2. Say Alexander was a 2. He was a 2.
He was the point guard at the Clippers, bro.
No, he wasn't. Patrick Beverly was still the point guard.
No, he was not.
And he was the
he was
2
not.
guard to Chris Paul.
No, he was not. He came in and started point guard when he got drafted. Yes, he was.
Point guard,
yes, he was.
When I was coming up,
he was a point guard at
6 foot
Kentucky
was
too.
the average for
Kentucky,
point guard. 6 foot to 6'2" was the average for point guard.
And they weren't considered.
I just said 6'3" and under.
And then when the Jordan era came, that's when the big men started taking over the point guard position.
Bruh.
The bigger guys, yeah.
De'Aaron Fox is 6'4", 6'3", 6'4". Fucking Ben Simmons is 6'10". He knocks the average all the way up. Freaking
Ben Simmons is not a point guard for real.
Because you don't think he a point guard don't mean he not a point guard, bro.
They look at his replacement.
You get confused with your opinions.
They tried to replace him at point guard.
You get confused with your opinions.
These last playoffs.
No, they tried to
have a non-shooting point guard.
They tried to replace him with a backup, a point guard to come in. He's 6'3". 6'3". I said 6'3", 6'3" or lower.
6'3" is not small.
That is small.
That's good
compared to the
point,
NBA.
That's good height at a point. That's a good size point guard.
No, bro. Oh my God, Sean Livingston 6'7" at point guard. Freaking.
Sean Livingston was only ever decent.
Oh God.
I said superstars. The superstars of the NBA are the smaller guys right now.
The superstars or the smaller guards?
Or the smaller guys. Like, there's no big man superstars right now. Everybody, it's the guards. The guards are the NBA right now. That's the majority of the top 20 list is guards. Dame Lillard, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson.
Your MVP was a big man.
And I said, That still don't make him the majority of the list. When you go through the list,
MVP was a big man. The runner-up was a big man. The one back up to that was a big man.
who was the backup to that?
Jokic. He was third.
But do that make up the top 20 list? You
You're
talking
saying
about
the superstars are all small.
The majority of them are smaller.
No,
you name
what are
3
you
players.
talking about?
Drake, name all the best players in the NBA right now.
According to the NBA is freaking Giannis, LeBron,
He's a big.
Jokic,
He's a big.
Kevin Durant.
He's a big.
He's a big AD.
No.
Yes, he's top 5 now, bro.
He's not top 5.
Yes,
bro.
he is.
Who you taking out the top 5? You got LeBron, you got KD, you got Kawhi's in the top 5, you got
Big.
James Harden in the
Big.
top 5, you got Steph Curry. Like who's AD? Who's coming out the top 5 for AD to go in the top 5? Because AD ain't led nobody to shit. All them players have led their team somewhere.
Who?
Everybody I named on that list done led their team somewhere.
You led him to the playoffs?
No, led them deep in the playoffs or to a ring.
Bruh.
AD has never been out the second round without being LeBron.
Harden ain't lead
second
nobody
guy.
to no ring.
But he been to the finals. He been to the finals before, and he been to the conference finals multiple
He been
times.
to the finals on the bench.
What? Yeah, he came off the bench. He played starter minutes. He came off the bench technically, but he played starter
He didn't
minutes.
lead nobody nowhere.
He been to the conference finals multiple times with Chris Paul and without Chris Paul.
and failed.
And what do you call AD never even getting there? He never even got out the second round. Matter of fact, I don't think he's won a game in the second round.
AD is young.
He ain't that damn young. Harden was young.
Harden
when he
is
did
older
that.
than him. And AD got a ring before
Harden
Harden
was-
did.
Why? Because he went to go be somebody's secondary player.
Harden had multiple secondary players.
No,
bro.
I said he went to be somebody. Harden was only somebody's secondary player.
But
once.
Harden had multiple secondary players.
Yeah,
bro.
he had secondary players. I said AD went to be a secondary player.
It don't matter.
I said lead. We was talking about leading. We was talking about leading.
But still.
Bro, nobody's taking AD over James Harden. James Harden changes your franchise. AD was still
Hey,
not get to the playoffs.
He changes them and makes them ball dominant.
He makes them winners. The Rockets weren't
They
doing nothing
haven't
before
won.
him. I'm saying they improved by I think like the first year.
You're the one who has the famous quote of winning matters. That's all that matters is winning, right?
That's all that matters. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Has James Harden won anything?
No, he ain't won no championship.
Okay, then why are you mentioning his name like he's won something?
He won MVP.
What? Okay, he got MVP.
Okay, you're not finna argue no secondary ass player winning a ring. to
No,
a
what I'm
leading
saying,
player.
Is the top players
bring
in the
up
league.
his
You
ring. He's a
asked me.
secondary
You
player.
asked me who are the top player in the league,
you
and so
put
far
guys in
all
the
I
top
named
five.
was
And
big
Jokic not in
man.
the top 5 either.
Yes, he
No,
is.
he's not. Who are you taking out the top 5 again?
Jokic
who
been
are you taking out the
killing.
top 5 to put Jokic in the top 5?
Luka is a big point guard.
And he ain't in the top 5. Who are you taking out the top 5 to put them in the top 5?
Are you holding on to your previous top 5s of the years, or are you seeing these new boys
No,
come up?
you don't get 1 year and jump into the top 5. You don't get just one. You
But
got to show.
what
Them
I'm-
dudes
what
got
I'm-
years.
The dudes I'm naming were in the play in the
a shortened season.
They were in the MVP
Yes,
runnings.
in a shortened
Jokic
season.
was in the MVP running last year too.
He wasn't that high, and B was higher than him last year.
Another big man.
But I'm saying, and B wasn't gonna win, but he was higher than Jokic.
But no, what I'm saying is, bro, you keep naming big man. You said the majority of the NBA are guards. That's what you just
I said the
said.
majority of the best players, the superstars,
They're
are
not.
guards.
It's not true.
Are guards.
No, you got a sprinkle of guards, bro. Most of them are
No,
big
you got
men.
to sprinkle a big man.
Oh
It's
my-
only, you only got about 3-4 good big men because Luka not really a big man.
Yes, he is.
Luka is 6'7". That's not a big man.
6'7" point guard.
He's not a big man.
But you just
That's not a 6'7" is not a big man in today's NBA.
as a point guard.
That's not, he's a point forward for real.
Oh my god,
He's a point forward.
bro. Please understand. Please correct me on this. Didn't I just say 6'3" and under was
That's a
usually?
small guard, but that don't make you a big man because you 6'4".
But no.
Luka's not a big man.
I just said 6'3" and under
It's small.
is small in the NBA.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Do y'all
I
agree
don't-
with that?
I don't call 6'3" small.
But see, again, in today's NBA, yeah, it's small.
Yeah, it's smaller.
So wait. So back in the day, 6'3" wasn't small.
Not for a guard.
No, not for a guard.
Not for a guard, it wouldn't.
That would That wasn't small for a guard.
Oh, Allen Iverson is only 6'2".
Dwayne Wade.
But that's what I'm saying. 6'3" and under.
half.
No,
That was-
Iverson was 5'11", and he lied and said it was 6 foot. Okay,
Oh, well,
yeah, he was only
okay, I'm going
5'11".
off what it
Dwayne
said.
Wade was 6'3"
But
and
still,
a half.
But I'm
Playing
saying
at two.
the average height for a guard back then was around 6'2".
But that's because you didn't expect him to dominate offensively.
All right, so give me 1 inch over for back day.
We'll
So
go back 5'11" to 6'2". They average in that range.
But okay, the point of that was
But they weren't the
you
superstars either. They were the point guards, but they weren't the superstars.
Not all
of
of
the
them.
league.
You had the
You had
Muggsy
a
Bogues,
couple.
the Ivers,
Yeah, you had a couple of them.
the few white boys,
Tim Hardaway,
Hardaway, but
like oh my, they had a Nick Van Exel.
there's a difference from being a star on a team and being a superstar.
But
Yes.
but my point is if you are a superstar on your team, that matters. Y'all talking about the whole league? That's a whole different.
Well, that's what we're
Genre.
talking
That's
about.
what we was talking about.
That's what
I
we're talking
I was
about.
talking about the league.
So you're saying right now in the league, guards are the most popular in the league?
Yes, people that play like guards, they are the even the big men are
No.
trying to play like guards.
No. You can't say that because
They are trying to play like guards.
No. I'm talking about guards specifically and big. You can't down a big man because they swifty and got handles. Okay, you can't say they're playing like a guard, so that's why they're dominant. Okay, no, if they're taller, if they're big, bro. You saying guard play dominates the league right now as far as
It
superstars? It does not. Bro, I can name on my hands the guards that are popular in the league.
All the big men you
But-
finna name play like guards.
No, I'm not. Yes, they play.
Like guards.
No, because they got more skill sets. Okay, but
they train like guards.
Well, the
You
game
play
has
like
shifted
guards.
to the point
It's-
to
it's-
where
it's-
there's
no
no
inside
position.
play.
Nobody
There's
has
no
no
so
responsibility right
you
now.
can't separate the two if you doing that.
Back
So
then,
pretty much
when
right
Bud was
now,
talking, everybody
there's
had
4
a job.
guards and a big man.
Yeah,
The way the game is
it
played
ain't no
now.
big man.
No, it's
4
5 guards.
Yeah, exactly. It's about 5 guards.
5 guards on the team.
Oh, the big man dribbles.
But that's
now.
what I'm saying. Yeah,
Dribble, shoot threes.
But this is what I'm saying. You can't. Then how can you say is dominated by guard play by little men?
Because
it's not little man dominant.
Historically, the way they play it now has been how guards have always played. Just because they big, they're like, well, I'm big, I'm playing like this. This doesn't make me a
now
guard.
you're using this to change your whole narrative, right?
No,
yes, you are. Yes, you are. You using this to complement what you were saying because, of course, yes, that's
what
how
I
the
was
game.
saying. That's how it's always the way they're playing. They're trying to play like guard. It doesn't matter how tall they are. Their style of play, they're trying to mimic guards. They're trying to handle the ball. They're trying to shoot from distance. That's always been what guards have done. Now, because they changed, like, well, I'm tall, so I'm doing it, but I'm still a big man. No, you're not. You're trying to mimic a guard. You're trying to be a tall guard. That's all you're trying to be is a tall guard.
If you are over a certain height, you're a big man.
No, you're just a big guard. Just like Magic. Magic was a big guard. He wasn't
You're
a big man. He was a big guard.
You're a big man.
Magic wasn't a big man. He was a big guard.
You're a big man.
What Magic small forward?
No, he was
he's
a point guard at
He's a point
6'9",
guard.
6'9" and a half.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all just
But
asked
at
me,
that- hold on,
how can
hold
a
on.
point guard?
There was the talent at that time. It played a difference.
The talent
Like,
was different. Like
Jordan-
big men back then was not.
Jordan
finna-
was 6'6" and came in playing the 2 guard.
Yeah.
You know
That's
what
about
I'm
the
saying?
same size it is
He
now.
was little. They were saying he
Yeah,
was little.
he was a small 2 guard.
Yeah, he was only about 195.
At the time he
200,
came in.
200, 205. He was thin when he came in.
I don't know, man. The game just changed too much for me. That's why I stopped
It's
watching
supposed
all
to
that.
They don't
change.
have no jobs no more. Like back then,
Well,
like
it-
Drew
see-
keeps saying they got more skill. I'm not gonna say they got
They
more
do.
skill
Listen,
because they
listen,
coaches
listen.
held them back and kept them from doing certain
for y'all,
things.
for the time you came up, okay, the game is good for you, okay. I'm gonna use football, okay. When I came up watching football was spectacular, man. It was good hits.
It was.
Good, man. The game was exciting from beginning to end. Now I watch football. I say now when I watch a game of football, it's boring as fuck.
I can agree. It's all. If you don't like passing, you don't like football.
It's boring as hell, man.
That's pretty
But
much what football
again,
is. If you don't like passing,
That
you don't like
goes
football.
to the sport changing with time. You know, it's not going. But it appeals to the younger generations.
Yeah,
No.
the fantasy generation.
I don't think it appears to the younger generation. A lot more people don't like it's more of the old fan base that refuse to let it go.
That fantasy football.
No, I just use football as an example. I'm talking about in sports in general. As it changes, the generations change with it. Okay, like myself, I use the football for example. For me, it got bored. And the same thing as basketball. Basketball became less physical. That's what made basketball fun. You had to work for your points. But then they started everything was a foul, man.
Everything.
Damn,
foul.
he barely touched you, or he just whiffed past you. That's a foul. Come on, man.
Well, see, now that I can understand. The foul call is getting out of control.
The flopping getting out of control too.
I thought they was done with flopping.
Nah, you should have seen Tyler Hero the other night.
Nah, flopping has become another skill.
Let me check this out.
Literally.
Do y'all know who the all-time biggest, the baddest flopper in the game?
Who?
European. I'm trying to think of his name.
Nope.
Not. Say who it is. I'm gonna see if I can think of the dude's name.
Dennis Rodman.
Well, yeah, he was dramatic. Yeah, he was dramatic.
He get you. Dennis had this way of getting up under your skin, make you get aggressive, and he finna flop.
Yeah.
Hey, I watched the interview with Dennis. The stuff that he said he used to do to people, and people used to say that he did to them, it would get out of anybody's skin. Dennis will play with your shorts, he'll grab your butt, grab your tip, all type of stuff. Hey,
Dennis used to get under motherfucker's skin,
Dennis was something
bro.
different, dog.
And then be laughing. You tell me,
Yeah. I remember he got slammed. Somebody grabbed him by the head and slammed him, and he got up that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That dude was crazy.
His signature run down the floor. Yeah, man.
That is crazy. But all right, let's move on real quick.
Yeah, because y'all
killing me. Yeah, let's move on because Drake trip.
Y'all killing me.
So, man, did y'all hear that Donald
We'll let you believe LeBron the greatest today.
Donald Trump said that
LeBron is the greatest.
Donald Trump said that he think he immune to coronavirus because they say he done already tested negative twice in back-to-back days.
Fucking walking orange, man.
He's immune.
That's what he said. He think he's immune to it because he had it and then got over it miraculously.
Nah,
in spectacular fashion.
probably because he was getting injected special shit.
Man,
I mean, he's a president.
Probably ain't had that shit. Then probably had a cold. It was like he said, "Achoo! Oh my God, I have corona."
According.
I think it was definitely a political
hoax.
Yeah, not a hoax, but like a political.
Technically, according to federal law, it's against the law to wish any type of death upon the acting president.
Yep,
And
I did know
so,
that.
with that being said,
Don't do it. Don't have them busting through these windows. Don't do it.
I hope the orange man fall down
Oh Lord.
and go into a coma for the next 35 years.
Oh man.
Shit, he ain't the only one saying that shit. So they gotta arrest all them niggas.
Hey, I did not wish him no death. I ain't say I want him
Hey,
to
what
die.
I will say is, man, he probably
yeah.
gonna win, bro. Because he, as far as campaigning and marketing stuff,
Did y'all
he's so much better than Joe Biden.
As far as
Did
a
you
lot of
remember?
stuff, they saying that Joe Biden's kind of ahead right
They're
now.
saying
and all
he's
the
up
numbers.
close to 10 points. But check this
Yeah.
out. Do y'all remember my prediction? We're going to have to pull the show back up now.
What was it? Refresh our memories.
I told you, the orange man going to win. But it was something else. I can't remember. I can't remember.
We're going to have to go through the archives. But yeah, Joe Biden, man, he's not talking. Like, I don't understand, man. I think he just, like I said from the jump,
He's conceding already.
He's running on I'm not Trump. That's his whole campaign. He ain't really said nothing to inspire belief in nobody. He ain't really, You know what I'm saying? He ain't really did nothing to say, yeah, that's why I want my next
Look,
president.
man.
He's kind of like something where you like, you're not as bad as him, but I ain't gonna expect you to do much either. Like that, he's that guy.
I'm gonna give it to you real simple. There's a rooster in the hen house. Okay, and here's what I mean by that. Somebody is telling Biden not to push back. His platform is just like you said. I'm not him.
Yeah,
They're telling him not to push back. He needs to be pushing back.
Yeah, he gotta
because
do
right
something.
now they're
Trump
going
controlling.
off these fake numbers that they're throwing out there. That's saying, "Oh, you're ahead in the." No,
that's some
motherfucker,
bull.
you're not ahead.
Yeah,
You're
that's what I'm
losing.
saying.
You're getting your ass kicked right now.
Trump is controlling all the narratives, all the media outlets. He's everywhere. He done totally flipped everything bad that people had to say from the last debate. He done totally flipped it on his head. Him having corona, him saying stand by and be ready or whatever the fuck he said. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff he done totally switched up. People ain't even talking about that.
You know what I think it take, man? And this is honestly how I feel.
Hey, Camilla ain't saying nothing either for everybody that was championing her ass.
Damn it, Camilla. I'm considering voting entirely Republican. The worst of the worst. It either, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like this shit needs to be completely fucked up before motherfuckers open their eyes, man. When you fuck it all the way up and motherfuckers ain't got nowhere to turn, then they go, oh, well, damn, maybe we should have. No, motherfucker.
I'm actually more interested in voting for and casting my vote for all the other stuff. You know how many Senate seats is up, Congress seats is up? Like, that's where our focus really need to be, on all them seats that's up.
Well,
That's what we need to be paying attention to.
a lot of, and what, 2 judge seats open?
Oh, man, there's so many seats open. Like, that's how you going to make the change is them seats. Because even if you get the president you want in there, which neither one of these two are worth the fuck, but even if you have one you want in there, you still got to have people that's
Here's
going to
the
work
thing,
with them.
man.
Or they just going to be combating and nothing's going to get done.
Do you know how the Senate and the House work? I mean, the inner workings. Okay, I'm gonna help you.
Go ahead.
It's
I
not.
mean, I got my opinion, but go ahead.
It's not complicated. It's real easy. We can research and do all that, but I'm going to break it down. One hand helps the other. Okay, that doesn't matter. It's regardless of Republican, Democrat. Okay, when they say, okay, the Republicans have a Senate majority, right? That means majority of the votes are gonna go their way. So now you got to grease this motherfucker's hand
To get what y'all
to get
want.
what you want. One hand helps the other.
Yeah,
That's how the House and Senate works.
That wasn't a stimulus bill.
So
All
that's
money.
why when you brought up, there's a lot of seats in the Senate and I got quiet because it matters, but it doesn't matter unless
You got to shift that balance of power to the correct thinking. People got to get off the party shit. It got to be best interest.
Look,
Whoever got the best
most
interest.
of these newbies when they go in, imagine like you go to a middle school, but then your parents move. You move to you living on the north side, and your parents move to the south side. Okay, now you're going to high school over there. You don't know nobody. You fresh meat. That's what it's like in there. You got to feel your way around. All that shit, man.
That's why you gotta. That's why I'm like I said. It's so many seats over. It could be a total infusion of new blood in there. You know what I'm saying? Like a total new class in there. But like I said, I think people so focused on this useless ass presidential election, they don't even taking the time to do their research on all them seats that's available. They're gonna vote in the same old people just to get through the form, and the only thing they paying attention to is President A, President B.
Look, it's one thing I've learned over the last 15, 20 years. When I actually start paying attention to this fucking world, look for the smoke and mirrors. See, a lot of the times it ain't the shit that they're throwing at you that's right in your face. All that shit is a facade, okay? Let me throw one at you, okay? Because the election is in how many days?
A couple weeks on the 3rd.
Okay. Now check this out. Now fact check me on this. Every election for the past 5 I want to say 6. Every election, we went to war. Where's the war for this election?
In the country.
You see where I'm going with this?
The people versus the police.
Now, here, let me help you out with war. You know, war is the biggest money generator.
Yep.
All right, so they've created their own internal war with, you know what I'm saying, everything that's going on. They're generating money and saying there's no money for the people. You see where I'm going? Shit is fucked up, man. That's why I want to vote. I am gonna vote, but it's like a toss up, man. I'm hoping my vote could just fuck everything up.
You hope you get that one swing vote.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. It's crazy, man. Because we in it. Oh man,
We got to stop getting so caught up in this Republican Democrat thing and worry about who got the best interest in mind. Like I said, I would like to see some of these independent candidates, man, become more prominent in some of these elections. Some people that's thinking outside the box instead of just the same old guard constantly.
So, well, let me ask you this. Why can't we nominate our own nominee?
We can, but we gonna have to financially back them. They're gonna have to raise money. We're gonna have to financially back them. That financial backing is everything, because that's what's gonna get them to put their message out, spread the word, get them to put out the advertising to be able to compete, and people that know gonna see them that don't watch the news.
When they do all these fundraisers and things like that to get this financial backing, where does that financial backing come from?
The people,
Big corporations.
yeah, them too.
The ones that they gonna end up doing favors for.
That's why we got to back our own candidate. I mean, the money is there, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, we got to want to use it. And then all these different outlets we got, you know what I'm saying? These different shows, these podcasts, these, you know what I'm saying? All these different things, like they all, like everybody gonna have to work together to get that message out. If they want, like I said, if they want to see something, because they only, like I said, all politicians work in whoever funded their campaign. You know what I'm saying? When the homosexuals funded Obama campaign, I was not surprised when that's all he got shit done was for them. When these big corporations fund these campaigns, people like, man, why it seem like shit always getting better for the businesses and worse for the little man? They the ones funding these campaigns.
This country's all about the dollar.
They funding these campaigns.
That's what it was built up on, though.
It's a capitalist country.
Soon as the Pilgrims figured out as soon as the Indians taught the Pilgrims how to grow tobacco, Europe cashed in. It's like, oh yeah, we fucking with y'all. Y'all gotta pay taxes on us for grow that shit for us. Real scam.
It's kind of a good segue, man. Before we shift gears, man, I want to talk to y'all about my little personal experience, man. I'm gonna purposely leave out certain details.
Okay,
Mr. Reggie. Nah, but okay. Look, I had an interesting weekend, man. Friday night, I went out on a date.
all right.
Okay. Part of this story is kind of made up. I'm ad-libbing parts of it just to protect the innocent. But anyway, I went out on a date, man, and it got kind of late. I'm gonna say about 1:30 ish. You know, it's that time. And I found myself somewhere I shouldn't be. Okay, which was Maryland Heights. And I was looking for a specific address, and the GPS threw me off. Okay, got me turned around. Now, y'all know I don't drink, so I wasn't intoxicated, you know, nothing like that. But as I'm driving, I'm looking at my GPS. The speed limit is 35. Mind you, I'm in Maryland Heights, heading towards the residential areas. Right. So as I'm looking at my GPS, I'm, you know, kind of shifting side to side in the lane, you know, trying to not to speed. And I did see this cop, you know, make the right or left turn to get behind me. And so I said, well, damn. So I tell my date, I say, well, shit, let me turn around because I think we passed it. And she said, well, where you going to turn around? I said, damn, we're going to have to ride till we see a turn because I ain't finna bust it with this cop behind me. She said, oh, that's a cop. I said, yeah, he turned, he was sitting at that corner. He turned as soon as we went past. And so I rode about another, wasn't that long, about a good 200 meters, and a right turn came. As soon as I made the right turn, he flagged me, which was not out of the ordinary because I knew where I was at. I mean, I was lost, but I knew where I was at. I was out of place. Right? So he was doing his job at that point. Immediately, okay, I got to play this out for you because I expected the worst. But at the same time, I had to play my hand. So immediately, I pull out my phone. I call these people to the address that I was looking for and had them on the phone. Yeah, what's the address? And he ended up giving me the wrong address. He didn't add the 0 to it. But anyway, I got him on the phone. My windows are tinted, so immediately I rolled down at my window, and kind of hung out the window on the phone so he could see me. So when he got up, he asked me for my license and insurance. Okay. And I gave him my license. I reached in the glove box for my insurance, and I didn't have it in there. So I told him, I was like, "But damn, it's not in here. I didn't put it in here. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm not gonna try and give you a runaround about it." He said, okay. By that time, he's listening to the guy on the phone trying to tell me the name of the place, and I'm telling the cop, hey, yeah, I'm just trying to get to this place. I think I passed it. I don't know. He said, well, what's the name of it? And the guy's trying to say it. He's a foreign-speaking guy, and he couldn't understand it. So he's looking. The cop's looking at me laughing. I'm like, yeah, you see what I'm saying? So then, long story short, the cop ends up getting the address from the guy over the phone. He looks at me and is like, oh, yeah, you did just pass it. You go back here, make a left, ride down about 2 or 3 blocks. It'll be right there past the Quick Trip. He handed me my license and said, be safe, have a nice day. Now, this was a tall country white guy that I knew. I was supposed to be going to jail that night, man.
For what? You ain't do that.
Just because, man. Just because. I don't know, man. I told that story because it leans on a lot of the shit that's going on today, man. Okay. That situation could have went left a whole lot of different times in a whole lot of different ways. Okay. But the fact that I kept a level head, I wasn't jittery, jumpy. You know what I'm saying? I was coherent with him. I was honest.
And you look like you was going somewhere.
Well, still, I was out of place.
What I always
nine times out of 10 in St. Louis, when you're out of place, you're going to Clayton.
What I always notice is when you move with a purpose, bullshit tends not to follow you as much. When you just out there just hanging, rolling, and you end up like you said, in the wrong place.
I feel that.
Yeah, bad shit happen. When you actually on the move, got somewhere to go, doing something, bull crap just it fires you less.
Man, they always fuck with me when I gotta go somewhere.
Yeah,
that seemed like the time they fuck with me when I
you got
need
dreads.
to be
I'll
somewhere.
pull you over too.
Like I gotta go to work or I gotta go pick up the kids or something like that.
You see that guy over there
they
with
flag.
I know he's in that car smoking.
See, I only told that because I want to try and change the stigma, man, because these are bad times, bro. It's getting worse as we speak. But there are, I don't want to say good or decent, okay? There are cops out there that are really just doing their job.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Okay, so.
Because I got put over my work truck the other day. My partner Calvin, the dude that worked with me. And I ran a stop sign. I know I did. I always run the stop signs in neighborhoods when I'm in my work truck. I'm being honest. All right. But this stop sign was in a good neighborhood.
He works for UPS, people.
A good, yeah. I don't care. But, all right. So in a good neighborhood, and I ran this. Well, I don't run a stop sign. I do what is it called?
California stop.
Rolling stop. So I stop if it's cars within miles.
And keep going.
I'm going. Like I'm not finna stop and then go. Like I don't see no cars, but just so happened this officer was sitting on the side and he pulled me over, And he was like, man, you ain't see the stop sign? It's like, I'll be honest with you, officer. I did, but I ain't see no cars coming. He's like, oh, okay. Because usually you used to motherfucking business. He's like, oh, okay. I mean, just give me your license and your insurance. He's like, I was like, all right, man. Here's my license and insurance. And he went to the car. He came back. He's like, I'm just giving you a warning, man, because he was honest with me. Like, so he just gave me a warning. He was like, man, don't do it no more in this neighborhood, please, because I'm going to give you a ticket next time.
All right,
bro. I'm like,
Yeah, you
all
can't
right,
be doing
cool.
it on your UPS, man.
Look, it's kind of like a public service announcement, but at the same time, just some good, solid advice. Okay, because it's rough times with these cops.
Well,
okay?
I want to segue back to Donald Trump real quick, because there's some breaking news that just happened. Do y'all remember Amy Thorne?
Amy Thorne.
She was a nurse that spoke in at the Republican convention, the national Republican National Convention. She spoke about COVID and Trump's response to COVID and everything. She's from West Virginia. Well, little Amy Thorne, a nurse from West Virginia who recently spoke at the Republican National Convention to defend Donald Trump's response to COVID crisis, she's been arrested for shooting a woman in the stomach during an argument over Trump.
What?
Yeah. All right. But that ain't the fucked up part. She was arrested. Let me tell the story before I get into that. All right, the shooting took place late Thursday in the town of Williamson in southeastern West Virginia. Police said Thorne shot John Day Witt in the abdomen during an argument. Williamson Police Chief Grady Dotson said Thorne claimed she had become fearful for her safety and had told Witt she had a gun. She went to the car, got the gun out the car, Dotson said, and then shot. And local news outlet, the media manager reported, and then shot Witt in the stomach. Witt was taken to a local hospital, then airlifted to the medical center in Kentucky, where she underwent surgery for her injuries were non-life-threatening. Details regarding what the argument was about, something political. That's what the details was. In a statement to the police, Thorne claimed the shooting was in self-defense. She was charged with malicious wounding and released with a $5,000 bond for shooting somebody in the stomach. Do you think that would have happened if the woman was black?
If the woman that got shot was black, or the woman who did the shooting?
Dude, the shooting.
Probably not. Was she arguing about Trump too? Is the situation exactly the same?
They said it was about yeah. I think she still would have went to jail, bro.
I don't know, man. Because if Candace Owens popped somebody in the stomach, she might get off.
That's crazy, man.
You want to know something that's even crazier? Did you hear about them two police officers that beat them porcupines to death and got fired and charged?
Nah.
How the hell can they get fired and charged
For beating a
porcupine to death?
An animal?
Yeah, animal cruelty.
Wow.
They were fired from their jobs and charged. But if you shoot a minority, it got to be fully investigated.
$5,000 bond, though, you only got to pay 10%. That's $500 for shooting somebody in the stomach. That's fucked up.
Ain't no 10% in Kentucky.
No, it was in West Virginia. The person that got shot in the stomach, she got flew to Kentucky for a specialist. That's where the Kentucky come in. But it happened in West Virginia. That's crazy. What people were saying was all Trump supporters are dangerous, but they call Black Lives Matter dangerous.
Yeah, they call it Black Lives Matter. What they call it?
Terrorist group. I think Trump got his own little terrorist community behind him. Because that's crazy. Okay, so I got a question for y'all. Let's go on a lighter note, okay? Let's say that for a little bit more. All right, let's get it's a lighter note too. All right. Should marriage license expire
Yes.
and have to be renewed every 4 years?
Yes. Just like any other document. It should expire and then you should be reevaluated.
Reevaluate after
Yes.
every 4 years?
Yep. Well, I would have gave it 5, but yep.
5 years?
Yeah. You gotta
What's the
be
difference
real.
between 5 and 4?
No, I'm just saying. I thought you were gonna say 5 years. Like whenever I say it, because I've said this before, but I've always said 5 years. I didn't say.
Shit,
4.
we got precedent for 4 years, so might as well be 4.
But yeah, hell yeah, I agree with that shit. Just like any other document.
I think if that was the case, it would be a lot of
renew it.
Yeah, a lot of marriages not renewed after 4 years.
And I think that would be a lot better than some of the stuff that goes on and that's been going on.
Yeah, because then if you what's the word I'm looking for? If you refuse to renew it, then you shouldn't have to pay like
Alimony
and the divorce fees and all that.
Yep.
Like you should be like,
It's like a subscription. You choose not to renew. The service is gone. That's it. What you think, bud? Should marriage license be on a renewal basis?
You make it a hypothetical, man, because a marriage is based off the Bible. So to put a,
It's supposed to be.
I'm saying, so to put a deadline on it like that, then it's going against the Bible. That means the marriage is not sanctioned under God.
Well, I think about 90% of them ain't
My
sanctioned.
point is, the hypothetical, it'll never happen.
but in the Bible, does it say anything about marriage license?
Nope. Because it has nothing to do with being married.
It doesn't.
That's a
business document that the United
that you
States
gotta sign.
created.
Exactly. For the corporation of the U.S. And that's why women be so big on trying to get you to sign it.
So according to the Bible,
like
me and a girl could just be like, we're married.
Yeah. I mean, what's a ceremony?
Ceremony, you know what I'm saying? We married, but there would be no need for documents to be signed,
it is no
affidavits,
need. Yeah.
and all that other stuff. Like it would be
that's strictly for legal purposes.
Exactly,
That's all
bruh.
the documents is for is legal purposes.
so. Like we really don't get married according to the Bible anyway. Even if you were, you know what I mean? Even if we were to make it long, like. I don't think God said, hey, you got to get a license on her.
Nope, that has nothing to do with it. And there was no such thing as divorce.
All right. Another quick question. Well, I can put y'all the answers that people said. Motherfuckers was like, hell nah. Well, a girl said, hell nah. And then the dude was
I
like,
expect you to say
like the dude was like, yeah. All right. Other question, real quick. If you found out your lady had someone else take a DNA test behind your back, but it's yours, and are you still staying?
Probably not.
She was just trying to make sure.
That means that you was doing you ain't got no business. But me and this motherfucker. And we together too? Oh yeah. How old is this kid?
A year out the womb, and you.
How long me and her been together?
You see a document saying George.
How long?
George has been tested for baby A.
How long me and her been together?
I don't know. All right, so it happens all the time where you meet a girl, you start dating for a week or a couple months, you have sex, a month or a couple weeks, 3-4 weeks, and you like, we've been fucking for a
give a lot
minute.
of credit.
Like the first couple of weeks you've been fucking and you've been using a condom, and then after that 4th week you like, it's us, you know what I mean? So you raw dog, right?
Then what? A few weeks after that, she wound up pregnant.
She wound up pregnant, all right, and then she be like, nah, she don't say nothing to you. She just, it's always been your baby and all that. But then you see a document say, yeah,
they mail a letter to you and a letter to her.
Yeah, saying Father A is not the father, but Father B is. And you like,
Yeah, I gotta go because if we was fucking with a condom for a few weeks, that means we've been together. I've been hitting it. Then I stopped using the condom, and then you wind up pregnant, and you tested some other dudes. That means you was fucking him probably. We was using condoms, and obviously when we wasn't using condoms, and you and him weren't using no condoms.
my cousin Cam said, I think it's something that could be worked out.
Hell, better than me.
Tamila said, hell no, the fuck. I ain't even a nigga. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm out the door.
El Capo said, hell no. Yeah, man. It depends on how much I love her, man.
I ain't that much love in the world.
Man, you never know, bruh.
I can't trust you. I'm a Tory, bro. Like once I feel like you wrong me, like I hate you forever. It be like that.
Man.
What you think, bud? You gone, man? You gone? You trying to figure out what's going on? You want to hear the story behind it?
Y'all getting worse and worse every week. Man.
We ain't went this way in a long time.
Oh man, you want me to?
I'm just saying.
You want to play your favorite game?
The
Would you
questions
rather?
ain't getting no better. I'm a realist, so you can look at the question and already know what my answer is.
You gone.
You gonna stay and work it out?
First of all, I'm getting copies of both documents because there ain't gonna be no child support. Because if it is mine, I'm taking it. Okay, bruh.
What state?
What you mean in what state?
Missouri might say, no, you can't have it. The woman got
having those documents shows intent. Okay, anyway. Yeah, that shit ain't gonna fly, man.
Well, they might be in her favor because they might say, well, she's trying to figure out who's the actual father.
You sleeping with
She's
two
being
men.
responsible.
You're reckless. Ain't no way. I'll find the best lawyer. I beat that. Ain't no way in hell you gonna go out sleeping with multiple men, and just because I'm the one that happened to get you pregnant, you think you finna get a check every month? I'll kill you first.
Hey, that's crazy because what if she did that? Like that situation happened, you walk out the door, then she try to put you on child support. How bold and fucked up of a person?
A lawyer, bro.
Do they gotta be? Do they gotta be like what kind of piece of a shit person? Do they gotta be to do some shit
That's
like
some
that?
type of shit a woman to do, though. They be
Like,
like,
she brought that
you
on
don't want to
herself.
stay with me, huh? Okay. Watch when the lawyer say.
She brought that all on herself. Can't keep it together.
Oh, watch what the lawyer say. Fuck you too, then, nigga. Exactly what they gonna do. All right. Let's go into a song, and I'm gonna ask this question and let y'all think about it. We're gonna come back and talk about it. Worst candy given out in Halloween. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. Worst candy given out in Halloween. And here goes Zam 2 Turn hood music.
Yeah. Hey. I grew up in the hood, killers right down the street. Niggas don't shoot ball, niggas only shoot heat. Still running from the laws, aka the police. Tell them bitches from my dogs, put my niggas back on the streets. We ain't worried about no beef, cause them pussy niggas weak. Leave a nigga in the street, if that's how it's gotta be. I ain't worried about no sleep, cause little bitch I'm up. I'm really finna run it up, cause the little shit ain't enough. I remember I was down bad, them niggas ain't give a fuck. stuck. Ain't nobody hit me up. Now my shit ringing off the hook, nigga, I don't even pick it up. Unless the shit about some bucks, if it ain't, then I'm hanging up. Niggas out on the corner, real early in the morning. Watching out for the lost, they'll come through without no warning. Some niggas got white, some got marijuana. Some niggas sell grams, some niggas grow the shit like farmers. I don't remember no sunshine, I remember it storming. All the niggas see this rain, all the niggas felt this pain. Niggas say they 100, but really these niggas loose change. And these bitches are the same, so I expect them to change. Nigga, I ain't tripping off shit, I just short shit to the game. I ain't tripping off what I lost, I'm thinking about what I'ma gain. This nigga say he a boss, but really nigga you a lame. I ain't tripping off what it costs, cause I got some money in the bank, bitch.
All right, we back.
Yo.
All right, we're going to get to that one question near the end of the hour, but what you got, Reggie?
Hey, so I want to get your opinion. So what do you tell, or what, all right, what is your response to a person that tells you that they hate being black? And they've hated being black for a long time. And they wish they weren't black.
Say it one more time. What?
They hate being black. They wish they weren't black. They feel like black people are criminals, thugs. They target black women. They target other blacks for violence and violent acts. And they always looking for somebody to blame for everything that's going on in their life and every bad thing they do. And they're shysters. How do you respond to that?
Say it one more time, bro. So I can fraction all my thoughts real quick.
Somebody tells you that they hate being black. They wish they weren't black. That black people are thugs, thieves, criminals. They target black women for violence and other acts.
So what do I think of them people who think that?
I'm saying, how do you respond to a person that tells you, like, man, you know what? And then they just tell you, like, man, I hate being black, man. And here's why. I feel like black people, all they represent
That's what I thought about you.
X, Y, Z, yada, yada, yada. I ain't never told you I hate being black. I ain't never told you I hate being black.
What do I say to a person that says
all those things?
They hate?
Yeah, they hate being black. They say all them negative things. How they have no respect for themselves, but they want everybody else to respect them, which doesn't make any sense. And they always looking for somebody to blame for every bad thing that they do. Like they do something bad. And they
so do I gotta say something to them?
If they talking to you, like what would be your response? Would you just like how would you respond? Like if somebody's having this conversation with you?
My first response would be a funny face, like what? And my second response would be like, I can't change your mentality. You can't change somebody's mentality. Like as hard as you try, like you can give them facts. Like how y'all feel about Jordan and LeBron, but like I wouldn't even. I would try to say no. Okay, first of all, I'll be like, so.
Well, they gave you facts.
They gave me facts. That's not facts though.
I'm talking about like on all the
but that's not facts though.
The criminal.
That's just how they feel.
No, I'm saying the criminal statistics and stuff.
But even if you look at statistics, it's not that it's not black that's mainly the criminals. That's just the ones who they catch. that's just the ones they catch because those are the ones they're seeking out. Okay, you got a lot of white criminals out here that don't get caught. You know what I mean? So first of all, I'd be like, okay, first of all, your statistics are one side of the story, and second of all, bro, if you black, like literally, you're black. That's your skin. I'm sorry, you have no choice but to be black. But bro, if you want to try to fit in, just do it. That's you, bro. Go ahead. I'm not mad at you. I ain't complaining. We got a call in, man. He want to talk on this subject very bad.
What subject is it?
What are we talking about now?
Oh, okay.
All right, hold on, caller. Hold on. Let me connect you.
Yeah, when this guy said to me, I was like,
all right,
wow.
You live on the spillover. What's up, bro?
Yes, sir. Reggie, go ahead. Repeat the question one more time for me.
What do you say to a person that tells you that they hate being black, they wish they weren't black, and they talk about how black people are criminals, shysters, they always trying to get over on each other, they target the women, of their own race, they target each other for violent acts and etc. They always looking for an excuse or a reason instead of taking accountability, for their own acts. They look for a reason to put it off. Well, this is why I did what I did, or that's why I did what I did. And they want other people and other races to respect them, but they don't respect themselves.
He just asked a million questions in one.
This was got like all this guy said to me, bro. I was just like, damn. That's how you feel.
I mean, personally, half the time while they talking, I'm gonna cut them off. Like they gonna sit there and say, "I hate being black," and I'm gonna look at them like, oh, "Okay." You know what I'm saying? You got to get them that you want to be Uncle Ruckus face first.
Yeah, that's what I said. That face like, what, nigga? What? Okay.
and then while they trying to explain why they hate being black, ask them, okay, so what race you want to be? And then explain to them how that race is fucked up, because every race got its flaws and, you know what I'm saying, got its downfalls. You want to be Asian with a little penis? Okay, that's fine. You want to be white with all, I mean, we're not even going to get into that, because, you know what I'm saying, we on air. I'm not going to get shot for y'all. But you want to be white? You want to be white? Go ahead. But where'd you get this whole being black thing is all bad thing? Like, last time I checked,
they
all these other
experience
races.
with black people.
I think the people who don't like black and they black, they probably can't dance, ain't got no rhythm.
It's not even just that. like what we talked about with men. Sometimes people experience, they go based off what they've experienced. And what they talking about, it is that, I mean, that's out there. We can't fake it. That's out there.
But that's what they
experience.
I'm
that's
black and
I don't.
Everything I experienced ain't all bad.
I'm gonna give you the harsh reality of it. Everything that dude said to you, it was true. Okay, but here's the thing: if that's the reasons you're looking to abandon your own race, then see you. I don't want you.
Right, ain't nobody making you stay black.
Well, actually, it's melanin in the skin is like stay black.
You understand what I'm saying? Everything he said was true. It's going on, but it's not just going on in our race. It's going on in the world. Yeah, but you want to take that personal stand against your own race, then yeah, you need to move out there to Hillbillyville.
We started out talking about like the presidency and all that, and then it was like. And then they was like, I don't know why people acting like the president. The president can't do shit. They not finna help y'all. They not finna make no impact on your direct life.
He said y'all, like he wasn't black.
Y'all, I don't know if they meant black or what. My demographic, I don't know.
That's where you look at him like, bro, you crazy.
I mean, and the same thing you tell that man is like, first of all, let's be honest here. First of all, I hate the whole race thing. Like, last time I checked, we all human beings. Like, that's the race we are. Otherwise, you want to be an alien? Because last
really
time I checked,
the only race.
We're all human species.
We all black people. Just depend on where you from and where your generations come from. Because over time, so it's going to adapt to the cultural aspects of wherever you from. If you somewhere that's cold, it's going to adapt to the cold. You're going to look a little different over time, over generations. Your body and everything is going to adapt to your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? But we all the same.
Animal.
No, I'm saying animals is nothing but a less complex version of humans. That's why we got a lot of the same stuff. We got hearts, brains, all that stuff, but our bodies and stuff are more complex than their bodies.
I got a question for Reggie.
Oh, God.
Go ahead.
No, like, seriously, where do you find your questions at? Or do you really sit around and think about this stuff?
No, like I said, this wasn't a question I came up with. This is something that somebody said to me earlier today.
Something like that,
because I know ain't nobody walk up and not gonna go look up and be like, hey,
you heard me asking him something like this 2 weeks ago, didn't you?
I just told you.
I just told you we was talking
man.
about the presidential debate, and they was like, I don't know why black people act like that the president is gonna really do something, and the president has never done nothing for us. And they're like, that's the problem. Black people always looking for somebody else to fix their problems and or blame their problems on somebody. And it was like, I can't stand being black. I can't stand black people.
That's not just black people though.
And-
But white people blame black people for everything.
I think people just find somebody else to blame because they just don't like to take blame themselves. Like, I've seen white people blame other white people. I mean, it is what it is. But the president not doing, you know what I'm saying, nothing for you. Technically, you just in the wrong tax bracket for the president to do something.
You in the wrong
That's your
demographic.
fault.
They doing something for somebody. It just ain't that demographic. Everything they do affects somebody.
All right.
You know what, Rich? I got a question for you. You like making
You
question.
got a second question for him because you already asked me one.
Well, this question is for all of y'all. If one of y'all can answer this question, I'll give you $100.
Oh, bro, don't do that because I'm gonna make. Go ahead, ask the question.
If you can answer the question, I give you $100. First of all, that's fine. If you're born deaf, what language do you think in?
If you're born deaf, what language do you think in?
Yep.
It depends on what you're seeing, because you're deaf. You're not blind, right?
Right.
So are you able to read?
How you gonna read? You don't know how to read.
You can't, because that's how they teach
Language of sight.
Yeah. You can, if you can see and you see something, you can always translate it to your, like there. So and
You have no native language.
Well, you do have a native language. You do.
So you're telling me you're born with a native language.
No, you're
No.
born with the language that your parents know.
No, that's not correct.
So if both my parents know English and I'm born completely deaf, I know English off the top of my head.
No, you're
telling
taught
me a
it.
language is
You're
hereditary.
taught it. Nobody knows a language out of birth. You're taught
so
it.
how can you be taught something?
Easy. How do you teach? Okay, bro, you worked at the same place I work. Okay, all right, and we
And I'm here now.
and we deal with them type of people all the time. Okay, where it was and some of them had autistic learning disability along with their deafness. Okay, but yet they were born that way, but yet you still able to communicate with them through English.
It's okay. I understand what he's saying. As when an infant is born, okay. Let's say I have a baby with a woman.
Mm-hmm.
It's American. I speak English. The woman speak English. But we take that baby and put it in a Spanish home.
Mm-hmm.
That baby's gonna grow up speaking Spanish.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
That's what I just said.
How?
He's trying to say how though, because it's taught.
Well, I guess he's trying to figure out
so-
if it's death,
Here's
how
my
are you
thing.
going to teach? Like, even if you try to do something through sight,
You can teach.
how are you going to teach through sight?
How do
when they don't
how do
understand?
deaf kids grow up understanding somebody's mouth?
I have no idea.
It's sight and words.
Have you
Yeah,
ever
they
seen-
they learn it.
But they're
Have
taught
you
a
ever seen a deaf
specific
kid that was fully deaf their entire life?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
normally I thought that they normally they get progressively deaf over
No,
time.
there's kids that's born with deaf
That's
deficiencies.
That's what normally happens.
No, there's kids that's been born deaf their whole life. They deaf deficiency to where they never been able to hear. And with technology, they've getting
Some
hearing aids,
implants and stuff.
implants, and adapted the ability to hear, which shocked them.
See, but that-
Like some kids, some people, when they get that, they go back to being deaf because they can't handle all the new sounds and the sounds that's going on. Their brains can't function it.
And you know what? I understand that, but that is not my question, sir. My question was, when you are born, what language do you think in?
Oh, okay. So I get what
So
you.
while
I
you're
get what
being-
you say. I
yeah,
get what
while
you're
you're
saying.
being taught-
So while you're being taught, what are you actually thinking about?
What are your thoughts? Does your thoughts come out in English, Spanish? Is it apple, uno, dos, tres? What do
When
you
you're
think?
born, what language do you think?
That's what I just said. I'm here. He's asking all of y'all, not just me.
I don't know.
Y'all keep repeating shit to me. Like, he's asking all three of us. If you had an answer, speak up. Shit.
Hey, honestly, I'm stumped on that one. I don't know what you think is. Because you've never heard English or seen English.
Even if I'm not deaf, I'm kind of thinking like, what language was I thinking before I understood what a motherfucker was telling me? Sit down. I'm like, what was I understanding? Like what do you understand until you talk? You know what I'm saying? What do you speak until you learn? Like,
well, they made a historical movie about this exact thing.
Really English.
Man, they made a historical movie about this exact thing that you're talking about right now. And what Drake was just saying, what do you know before you start talking? And the movie is, you can go look this up. It's called Baby Geniuses. And all of them spoke English, and they were extremely smart.
Oh, you talking about that? Oh my God. You talking about that kiddie movie where they was talking?
Until they start speaking.
Until they not speaking, they got
out loud.
dumb.
Yeah, did they turn into actual babies?
So none of y'all got the answer correct. The answer is called vibes.
Vibes. So you speaking on what you assume is right.
No, let me explain. Every human being has a vibe. You can pick up vibes.
Vibes. Okay.
Everybody has vibes, right?
Okay.
So say you born, you never learned English, you never learned Spanish. If I'm telling you to sit down, if I'm using my mouth, you don't know. You couldn't tell me what I said, nothing. But if I jump at you and point downward, your body's naturally going to sit down, or you're going to go down to the floor.
Well, that's,
and you don't know what down is.
That's by example though. Like, you're teaching them by you actually doing the act.
No, he said if he go like this, like
no, I didn't do the act. If I jump at you, and like if I jump at a kid and then point it to the floor, like your body naturally goes down to the floor if you're afraid of that human being.
Well, your vibe
is giving up. You're going to lay down.
That's a scary reaction. Like, hold on, nigga, let me back up and calm down, show you I ain't no threat.
Hey, that's what I be telling people when they be saying some old crazy shit. That's what I be like.
Reggie, you
ever
always
try to
saying
talk
some
to somebody
crazy
that don't
shit.
speak your language?
I be like, hey, lay down.
Yeah.
Okay, and you use your hands to try and figure shit out, and they eventually understand what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's kind of what he's talking about.
I understand exactly what he's talking about. But I understand exactly what he's talking about.
How America is.
How?
Most people are just, you know what I'm saying, they blind to the fact they're deaf to it. They go off of vibes of others. Most people, during this election going on, I just watched a Trump rally with people still supporting this man. And he clearly just got up on the stand and didn't answer not one of his own questions. I don't understand how you support a man that does that. But with the vibe they got.
Because it's vibes. His vibes.
He legit answered more of Joe Biden's questions than Joe Biden did. But with everything, I need somebody to pick up Reggie's vibe, because that's off. I don't know what's going on with your vibe or with the questions.
All right, thank you, caller.
That's what you were trying to get to.
All right, thank you, caller. We appreciate it.
You were trying to get to Reggie vibe. Hey, I want to ask you what we was talking about earlier.
Oh shit.
Go ahead.
So who do you think is the greatest of all time as far as NBA?
We done moved on, man.
The greatest of all time in what?
In basketball.
Honest opinion, we're going just pure overall players.
Yeah, and any player that you feel like is the greatest basketball player of all time.
The greatest basketball player of all time. Most people have to say MJ.
Okay.
Because I literally just read a post about this.
No, I don't want you. I don't want you to say what most people say. I want you to tell me what you feel is the.
I'm going to give my opinion. I'm going
Okay.
to give my opinion at the end of it. In the post, it said if you want dominance, you got to go with Shaq. If you want rings, you got to go with Bill. If you want just pure athleticism, you got to go with somebody like Wilt, LeBron. People like that. You want to go about. You know what I'm saying? Just
Points I try to make all the time. Yes, yeah,
But if you want to slice up everything, you have to say MJ. But in my opinion, you can also say LeBron. There is nothing MJ could do that LeBron can't do. But my opinion, and why I say LeBron is better than MJ, if they win one-on-one. LeBron's going to stop MJ before MJ stops LeBron.
Why do you feel like that?
You 6'8", 260. MJ
What
has never
is that,
been able to handle somebody
man? Okay, that sounds big to like a normal person, but like somebody that's already around that size, like me and you, we've hooped. We've gone against people that's way taller than us and way heavier
Michael
than
Jordan
us.
guard 1 through 5?
LeBron don't guard no 1 through 5.
He can't.
No, he can't. I've watched him. He couldn't do nothing with no good player that's a 3, 4, or 5. I've never seen him stop them. When he tried to guard Jimmy, Jimmy tore his ass up.
All right.
That's recently. When he tried to guard Paul George, same thing. He didn't want to guard Dirk. He didn't want to guard Dirk.
He locked up Paul and
Oh no, he was in Indiana. I'm talking about Indiana.
Oh no,
and no, he ain't locked him for what? 16 seconds.
He locked him up.
No, he didn't. He just stayed in front of him. They had to get a shot. They had to get a 3 off.
And he locked up
He
Murray.
stayed in front of him with his hands behind his back.
And he guarded Jokic and Murray.
Real quick, Red, real quick though. Tell me this: if you saying that he's not out here locking people down, LeBron is legit doing everything else on the floor. MJ was not expected to do everything else.
Just
on the floor.
score.
He did no. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what people be misinformed. He had his time where he was doing that under Doug Collins, and then MJ, just like Jerry Krause, one of the greatest GMs of all time, even though he'll get his credit, realized you're not gonna win consistently doing that, which is why LeBron hasn't won consistently doing that. Because you forget the years when Jordan was averaging 32, 8, and 8. LeBron has never had a season comparable to 32, 8, and 8 and led the league in steals. And he won Defensive Player of the Year and MVP.
I'm not gonna look at stats because stats can be biased.
That's the LeBron's whole argument is stats. You can't say moments. You can't say championships.
Listen. Okay, well I tell you what, Rick. I tell you what. Let's go by this then. LeBron James is the greatest foundational piece in all of sports. You cannot put one person in the middle of any team and expect them to do or take that team to the promised land more than you have done, LeBron.
I get it.
Every team that man has stepped foot on, no matter who the co-star is, who the team is, who the coach is, who the players are.
No. I'm not gonna give you that. I'm not gonna say every team because
finals are bust for LeBron.
Every franchise you can say that, but not team. Because the first thing he do when he get to a new team, he break it up and get the guys that he wants to be there. When he went to Miami, they had no roster outside of him, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade. They signed around. When he went back to Cleveland,
GM and coach listen to LeBron when he's got it done.
LeBron has other than Miami, LeBron has always ran whatever franchise he's been with. Miami's the only one he didn't, and he got pissed off, and that's why he left.
Why wouldn't you let him?
What?
And what has Miami been?
Because you're putting Pat Riley against LeBron. You go with Pat Riley. You don't go with LeBron. LeBron
go
just
with Pat Riley, right?
Yeah.
How many rings does Pat Riley have compared to LeBron?
Way more.
Okay, now how many players have Pat Riley had to get his rings off of?
Pat Riley has done it with multiple players. That shows how great Pat Riley is. He's done it with different iterations of players. He doesn't have to have just one player and say, "Oh, I got all my rings with that person."
Well,
he's done it with multiple groups.
I've
of players.
recently heard a good argument about LeBron and Jordan, and I forgot to bring it up when we was talking about it earlier. Jordan had a Hall of Fame coach.
Jordan coach wasn't nothing prior to Jordan. And I get tired of people using it. Phil Jackson had never done nothing ever in the NBA prior to Michael Jordan. They keep talking about, well, LeBron keep going with these guys that never won championships, and then they win championships when they get them.
No, see, and man, that's not true too. And Reggie, that's not true either. Because Jordan said himself that without Phil, he wouldn't have been as successful as he was because he changed his whole mentality. Phil had a great plan, but Phil was not at the time he got there. He wasn't Phil Jackson. He was just a dude. No, it don't. No, wait. Go ahead. With you acting like he showed up like Phil Jackson. With a great plan, let him talk. With a great plan comes a great outcome. Okay, and it did have a great outcome because it was 6 rings that he got. Okay. Okay. So let me that coach.
But it also happens because he had an all-time great player because we've seen him try to put that plan
he had
in
one
place.
all-great-time player?
No, I'm saying when he went to Kobe and Shaq, he won again. But we seen him coach not coach, but we see him run franchises without those type of players, they didn't win.
But that's what I'm saying because the triangle is designed to have a great player in the process.
Type of player.
All
But
right?
he didn't design a triangle.
I know
He just implemented it.
But
He didn't design it. He didn't write it. He didn't tweak it.
it doesn't matter. He's the one who used it.
Yeah, he just chose to run it.
Nobody else used it. Okay, he chose to use it. That's a good decision.
He took a chance.
That's
and
a good decision.
It worked out.
see,
But it also
here's
works
where y'all
out
get
when
right.
you have a all-time top 10 talent.
What
if
else?
it was just a solid system, you can implement it anywhere.
Whoa,
with any group.
whoa, that's not always true. First of all, let's just be clear here. You were robbed of that debate, of having that debate. Could Jordan do it without his coach? Because he never did.
And Phil
It's
has
Phil,
never done it
it's not
without
like Bill and Tom Brady.
without
It's
that
not like
level
Bill
of
and
type
Tom Brady,
player.
where it's like, is it the system or is it Brady? And Brady's out here still
But
doing
that's
it
what I'm
without
saying.
Bill's
That's what I'm
system.
saying, man.
But
Phil
you-
has never
but you-
done it without a Jordan type player or something
you
close
can't because
to it.
before Phil was there, it was a good 4 or 5 years before Phil. It was a good 4 years.
Phil came in
and Jordan
80
couldn't even get past the first round.
Phil came in 89.
And Jordan will tell you
He
himself,
did get past the
that
first
team-
round. And he got to the
that
conference
team was
finals
shit.
before Phil.
Till Phil,
When Phil took
got
over,
there.
they was coming off of conference finals against the Pistons.
That last year, I'm sorry.
And the
So,
year
Red,
before
you
that, they was coming
support
off the
MJ,
second
right?
round against the Pistons.
Red, you support MJ, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how many years was MJ in the league?
They got him on the books for like 15.
13.
No, they got him on the books for like 15.
I thought they did. You don't want to include Washington years.
I'm just saying, without watching, they still put him in for 13. But then they counted the year that he came back and only played 17 games. They counted that year. I'm saying they counted that year. They counted year 2. They counted both of them years. But
Just don't count the year that he retired and then came back a year later. Don't count that year.
Why not? See, that's what. No. He decided to come back. That's not. He should have
I'm
waited
just
until the
saying,
next year.
Wait a
You
minute,
don't come back in the
I'm
half point and be like, oh
I
It wasn't even
I
half. He
wanna
only
hear
played
Red-
17 games.
I want to hear Red's response on this. You got MJ in the league. We gonna say 15 years, right?
Okay. 2 of them was in
Out of how
Washington.
many? Out of how many of? Okay, 13 years. Out of his 13 years, how many times did he even make it to the finals?
13. So we are counting the year that he played 17 games and the year he got hurt and played 7 games? Because that's part of the 13.
You got to. Yeah, you got to. As long as he was in the league, though.
Okay. If we count the Chicago years, in 13 years, he went 6 times and won 6
right?
times. Yeah.
He won 6 times.
Yep.
I'm not going to count how he won. We ain't going to count how they won.
You got to.
He went to the finals 6 times.
You have to. You can't just count runner-ups. You have to count how they won. You can't just count and say, oh, I was a runner-up. Nobody cares about a runner-up. Second place is irrelevant.
You count how many. You count how many times you can take your team to the finals. That's the argument here.
No, it doesn't. Hell no, it doesn't matter. Will Chamberlain been to the finals a bunch of times and lost. Jerry West been to the finals a bunch of times and lost.
Wait. Well, let me ask you this: if Jordan goes to the finals and Pippen or Rodman goes down, does those rings still happen?
Pippen did go down. Did you not watch The Last Dance?
Pippen went down.
Yeah.
When they was already up in that series, sir.
bro, Jordan ain't won without Pippen, bro.
He said if Pippen
That's
go
what
down
I'm saying.
or was unavailable to play. Jordan did
If one of those
win the
players,
series
if one of
without
his-
Pippen
if-
being
if one of
unavailable
those
to play.
if
And he
one
won
of those
3
players
rings
go
before
down-
Rodman got there.
And in the last dance, Pippen didn't go down in the finals. He went down.
He
before
did
the
go down in the finals against the Jazz. And that's when Jordan was like,
Okay.
I have to end this.
Red, in all the finals that Jordan was in, if any of his players goes completely down, does he win that ring?
If any of them go down, what do you mean any of them? Are you trying to compare it to LeBron James in the 2015 year? Like if he lost Rodman and Pippen?
Well, you know what? You want to bring up LeBron? Out of LeBron,
I'm saying, is that what you're talking about? Are you trying to make the scenario like that?
I'm asking you a question. Out of LeBron's 17 years, how many times has he made the finals?
10.
So you're talking about a career of 6 times to the finals out of your 13
No,
years.
they don't get that part.
Yeah, but I'm also talking about he got 6 rings out of 6, and he got 4 rings out of 10. What?
Out of 11. Out of 11.
Oh, I'm sorry. 4 rings out of 11.
Out of 11.
No, it's 10. He 4 for 6. He got 4 wins, 6 losses. 10.
Out of all those finals, look at who LeBron faced and look at who Jordan faced.
Well, I don't understand what you mean.
I tried to explain this too.
When LeBron lost his finals, since everybody want to count those records that LeBron, he lost in the final. Look at the teams he lost to.
What about him?
Jordan would have lost to the same
No, he
team.
wouldn't. Jordan would not have lost to the goddamn Dallas Mavericks when he had his fucking All-Stars. If he had a Dwayne Wade level and Chris Bosh level from that year, he would not have lost. Who's guarding Dirk? Between who? Pippen would have locked Dirk. I mean, not Pippen. Pippen or Robin would have locked Dirk ass up. Either one.
Dirk's dropping.
Either one.
You can't stop that fadeaway, bro.
Dirk was in the league when Jordan was in the league.
You can't stop that fadeaway.
Dirk was an afterthought. Dirk was in the league when Jordan was in the league. Dirk was an afterthought.
He
was young when Jordan was in the league, bro. What are you talking about?
Oh Lord,
he was damn near a rookie when Jordan was in the league, bro.
I know you don't want to count the Golden State losses. Let's not do that.
I am counting 15. Golden State wasn't shit at 15. You had Steph Curry. You had Klay Thompson, who just had became an All-Star that year. Draymond Green giving you 10 points and 7 rebounds and good defense.
All of them hot.
That's all you was getting. They weren't no damn hot. Draymond Green only gave you 10 points in the series. Klay Thompson gave you 16.
Wait, let me be honest. Draymond and Dennis don't cancel each other out. We just gonna let that sit there. Who's guarding Curry?
Jordan gonna guard Curry and lock him the fuck up. You think Delanova did a good job against fucking Curry?
No, not at all. So if Jordan goes Curry, who's going Klay?
Pippen will lock Klay ass up. Okay. You don't even need no Klay. You don't even need no Pippen level defender to lock Klay ass up. Go look at what Klay does in the finals.
Yes,
because Drake be pumping up Klay name too, and Klay the most biggest underperforming finals motherfucker.
60 points, one dribble. You telling me you need somebody other than Pippen?
That was regular season. Look at what he's done in all 5 of them finals. Underperformed. He don't even match what he does in the season coming in the finals. No matter what year you talking. You don't even match that.
I've really grown to realize your mind does not work like a normal human being.
Bro, your mind don't work. You telling me about if we talk about regular season, like me and Drake was talking about earlier, then Giannis would dominate the playoffs if you want to bring up regular season, but he don't.
So Red, answer me that he can't dominate the playoffs when he starts sending dope teams away. That's clearly what happens. But Red, answer me this: who besides Jordan or Pippen on that Bulls team? Because clearly, Rodman still has to go Draymond.
It depends.
And you don't need. First of all, you don't need Rodman to go Draymond because Draymond is not an offensive threat.
Yes, you do.
Draymond is not an offensive threat.
He didn't.
I'm glad the phone hung up. I'm glad your phone, your Wi-Fi knew what it was doing. We gotta move on. Fucking Draymond don't fucking offensive threat. Draymond barely getting double figures per game. Like Charles Barkley said, he was mad when he said it.
Threat, man.
He's a perennial. Single. Triple single is what he giving you. That's it. Triple single. You need to get off Instagram and quit going with these dudes hype and look at them play.
Oh, my God.
Damn offensive threat.
He was an offensive threat,
Dude
man.
averaged single digits in every fucking game.
No, he was triple-double.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No, he was not.
Defense, rebounds.
No.
Rebounds, yeah, blocks.
No.
Yeah, steals.
He get you 7 rebounds. He gonna get you about 6-7 assists. That's it. He triple single. He don't double in anything. 7
rebounds and 7 possessions to score.
Okay, but that's not a lot of rebounds for his position. 7 rebounds as a power forward is not a lot. It's not. It's only okay. It's only decent to good as a small forward.
It's not a lot, but
which he's not.
Bro, this is what I always say. We're gonna leave it here. If it was easy, everybody would be putting up them numbers, and everybody can put up. Dwight Howard comes off the bench and gets those rebounds. Draymond's a starter.
Dwight
ain't had over 7 rebounds all year, bro.
What Dwight averaged? I think like 6.3 off the bench,
bro. That's a hard task to do.
I think JaVale averaged about the same.
Nah, bro, they don't.
And they split minutes.
Look up their average for this year. They don't average over 6. Hello.
Yep, I'm back at work, so I'm gonna go ahead and just end the whole argument.
There's nothing to end, man. Just let it go, bro.
No. You want to be technical, right?
Yeah, let it go.
MJ, listen. MJ holds not one category on any stat sheet over LeBron.
Well, you just said
stats. He played
you just
longer,
said stats don't matter. I thought.
Man, he played longer. That's the only reason. He holds averages over LeBron.
Listen, he holds averages over LeBron?
Yes, averages. LeBron has more total because LeBron played long. LeBron done played hundreds of games more than Michael Jordan has.
Okay, so you just ruined your own argument. His averages got stretched the fuck out over those hundreds of games.
What?
If I play 4 games and drop 30 in all of them, I average 30. If I
Yeah.
drop 30 in a couple of games and drop 10 in another game because I play 6,
But that's the
I
thing.
average
That's the
not 30
thing,
no
though.
more.
Jordan, he averaged those numbers. He did play a long time, and he averaged those same numbers. LeBron numbers aren't going down. His numbers just aren't as high. His numbers
I'm
aren't
gonna say
going
this.
down. They just not as high
I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this for all the fans listening.
as Jordan's was.
Jordan has not one thing in the record books over LeBron besides ring. And if you want to count that, that's a team.
Okay,
thing.
he got more
If you wanna
scoring
go by
titles. He
GOAT,
got more all.
if
He
you
got
wanna-
more defensive all first teams. He has more
No.
Yes, he does.
He
He
got
has
more
9 to 5.
defensive.
all defensive teams
He
over
has
him.
He has the
9
defensive
to
of
5.
the year.
Wait, whoa,
Defensive player of the year.
All defensive teams. Jordan has 9.
You can't-
LeBron has 5.
You can't really all just say all these defensive teams because you really didn't have players back then.
Dude, that was the most defensive era in NBA history. That was the most defensive era in NBA history.
That's the most fouling era.
I bet
This era defense is
Rick,
trash.
I bet it was the most defensive era in history. Nobody offensively really was giving buckets like that.
Yes, they would. It was just physical. This era is trash. This offensive era, defensive era now is trash.
If you listen to the earlier argument, that's the earlier statements in the other show. That's what we got into. Like they were comparing the generations from this era from the last era. It was more physical than it is now.
Is LeBron a great player? Yes. Is he on Mount Rushmore? Yes. But leave the Jordan argument on. LeBron had already had too many failures, dog. Like once he had the worst finals meltdown of any player ever. That don't come off your resume. I don't care if you get to the finals 10 times. That one meltdown is the worst superstar meltdown in history.
Red, I got a question.
It is.
If you put LeBron on that Bulls team, how many finals and final MVPs does he have?
Shit, probably none. Maybe
Cakewalk.
one. Maybe
You
1 or
tripping.
2.
Cakewalk. He walking through the whole playoffs.
He ain't
walking
walking through
through
the
the
whole nothing. What the hell is you talking about?
If you put a 6'9",
LeBron has never been able to.
LeBron.
LeBron has never been able to play offense or defense like Jordan. How the hell you gonna drop him in there? And they needed both of them from Jordan. Everything they got from Jordan, they needed.
Wait, see, the worst part about the situation is LeBron will tell you himself his goal ain't to score. But yet he still puts up hella points.
Hella shots, too. He's still always at the top of the league at putting up shots. He always up there.
At the end of the day, if you cut off LeBron's years that he played over Jordan, as in if you stop him at year 13, 14, wherever you're trying to stop it.
Oh shit, it's real bad then. It's real bad.
No, I'm talking about the
not.
meltdown from Dallas. He still has more accolades.
He don't have no more accolades.
I know
than
exactly.
Jordan.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about, man. Because
I'm not even going off accolades.
Nick Wright brought that up.
Nick Wright said since then, if you cut off everything before then,
if you cut
and
off,
go from after that to now, is what he said.
Yeah, he has still
That man
has
said
more
cut it off.
accolades.
That man said cut it off back 13. That includes that. But of course, Nick Wright went because he had all his failures came. Well, the majority of his failures came before then. Of course, let's cut it off at the Maverick series. Then you ain't got to include the Celtics series that he had a failure in, the Magic series that he had a failure in.
But that's what Jordan fans do. They cut off his years before Phil Jackson.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
Why would you?
According to most Michael Jordan fans, he's never failed in the playoffs.
He hasn't. Because he lost on me.
You just said
You're
he
getting
only-
you're getting
That's
twisted.
what I'm talking about,
Bruh,
right there.
You're getting it twisted from somebody failing to somebody losing. It's a difference. When I say failing,
That's a failure. If you didn't win the championship, you failed in the playoffs.
okay, well if that's the case, then
Jimmy Butler failed this year.
Yes, he did.
Jimmy Butler shouldn't have been there this year. What they say about him?
Why
He
not?
had the
Why
longest.
not? He beat
longest
the
odds
best team in the East.
of him. Who's the best team in the East though?
The Bucks. And then the second best, he beat them too, the Celtics. So why didn't he deserve
They didn't
that?
have no best this year. They were trying to figure out who was the
That
best.
team was expected not to do anything and went in there and showed why they can even hang with the Lakers. What are you talking about?
Yeah, they weren't supposed to do nothing.
They was two big men away from winning the title. To be honest with you,
One big man away.
They just need one.
Because Bam was kind of evening out with AD. He just couldn't sustain that shit because you got Dwight beating him up on defense, and then AD killing him on offense.
Bam was out of
Bam was
wins in the
outmatched,
first quarter,
bro.
having to guard the White, AD, and JaVale McGee.
But that's
all
what I'm saying.
stepping off
Yeah,
the floor
yeah,
just playing
yeah.
speed.
All with new
what I'm saying.
energy.
He's one or two big men away from a ring. How did Jimmy not deserve to be there, Red?
I don't know.
I
don't understand where
I said that team wasn't expected to be there. I didn't say deserve. I said they weren't expected to
just
be
because
there.
somebody's not expecting
you
you
said
to
Jimmy
be
wasn't
there
supposed to be
doesn't mean
I said Jimmy. I said
by who
we don't-
expectations.
Anybody's. I mean, that team was a first year team. Like you tried to say, you can't be counting on these first year teams to do anything. They was a first year team. They got put together. Had three rookies starting.
Wait. But then don't say that about the Clippers. Then you expected the Clippers
exactly.
to win.
And you told me I was wrong for
You just wanna
expecting that.
disagree with
So don't try to flip it on the
You just
Heat and
disagree
say,
with
"Oh, it's right to expect it from the Heat." When you told me it was wrong to expect it from the
But
Clippers.
no. If the Clippers would have beat Denver, I would have been like, maybe your expectations was right because they playing pretty good. But they lost to Denver.
But you told me prior to the Denver series,
but-
I was wrong for expecting that in the first place.
Yes.
So
you
how is
were.
it right to expect that
I didn't
Miami
say-
was the
I didn't-
first year team?
I didn't say it was wrong or right to expect Miami, but I'm saying all I asked was by whose expectations were you talking about?
Ooh.
Because
Anybody you want to name? You want to name Vegas? You
wait.
want to name the pundits in the league?
Speaking of those Clippers, Red, you made a statement last year that Kawhi Leonard is better than LeBron James. Do you still believe that?
Kawhi by itself or the Clippers better than Lakers?
Kawhi by itself better than LeBron
Kawhi by
James.
itself.
Oh yeah, Kawhi by itself. Yeah,
So his meltdown don't count.
Yeah, his
his
meltdown.
meltdown.
He's still clutch.
They lost. Hey man, look, Kawhi average. What was Kawhi?
Bro,
what was
he
Kawhi
scored,
doing them games?
Him and Paul George had a cumulative of 14
One-
points in the
one-
last
one-
game against the Denver, bro.
They didn't have no damn accumulative.
Yes, they
14
did.
14 points.
With each other, only had 14
Red,
points.
That's
Red,
incorrect.
Add it
I'm
up.
gonna read you a stat, and you tell me don't this sound like a choke? 1 for 11 in the fourth quarter, 2 points.
What did he have for the game?
Fuck the game.
1 for 11?
I said a choke.
Oh my God.
Bro, if you're in a closeout game in the fourth quarter, the people that's supposed to be helping you ain't
Bro,
doing shit.
please look up-
all you
look
have
up-
is yourself.
look-
You gon'
look
put up shots,
up-
and
look-
they gon' double you,
Look
which
up,
they did.
Look, continue doing what you was doing. Look up what Paul George and Kawhi Leonard had for the last, what was it, game 7?
Man, you forget
Game
you
7
forget
of
they
their,
was doubling
of
him
their
up the
series.
court, and by the time he got to the
So,
half, they was
if you
triple
great,
team.
if
They
you-
was triple teaming him.
You can't say he's better than LeBron. If he great, he great.
Wait.
LeBron ain't
Wait. Let's go back to another statement that you made. You also said that the Thunder choked when it came to that 3-1 lead they blew against the Warriors.
They did choke.
If I remember so if I remember correctly, wasn't the Clippers up 3-1?
It was mostly Westbrook.
Yeah, they
and
were.
they choked too. I ain't say they ain't choked.
Okay, so ain't Kawhi part of that choke? You just said
Yeah, he part of the choke.
Bro, but
You asked me how did I feel about him as a player. You said
let
him as a
him
player.
look up the personal choke Kawhi had.
Kawhi had 14 points by itself. So
14 points.
So they didn't
that's
have
not
it
a choke.
combined.
That's not a choke.
Yeah, it was
a
bad. He
game.
had a bad game.
But LeBron didn't have a bad
Yes,
game.
he did. LeBron did have a 14-point game. They just won
Red,
because his team played
But
good.
did LeBron have a bad game though in the choke that he had, or was it just him choking?
Yeah, LeBron had averages close to that. He didn't even average 20.
In your exact
Matter of fact,
exact words,
let me pull that
a
up for you,
bad
Chris,
game.
'cause I don't think you understand how bad
when
that dude
a
was.
bad game when it matters is a choke. Is it? Is it not? That's exactly what you said.
When you're
A bad
expected,
game
when
it
you're
matters
expected to
is a
be
choke.
the superstar
Yeah, man.
that
I'm not
lead this
listen,
team.
I'm not saying Kawhi didn't choke. Like you're acting like I'm saying that he didn't choke. I didn't say that. You said,
okay, so-
do I still feel like he's a better player? Yes, I do. I say him as an individual. Yes,
Okay.
I do.
So
Okay, wait.
are you saying
Okay,
now
okay,
he's a
okay,
better
okay.
player
I
than Jordan?
still feel like he's a better
So
player.
you're saying
not
now?
Jordan. I
Okay, so
said
why-
No,
I'm talking about
better
LeBron.
than LeBron. You
Yeah.
saying now he's a better player than LeBron?
Yes,
So
I still
has
feel
LeBron
like that.
ever
Why-
been at a point where he's better than Kawhi is now?
Hell yeah, for a long time.
Okay.
He just not is
Wait.
shit changed.
We can-
Like
we can-
everybody want to act like
we-
because
we
shit changed. Like it, like you hating because you saying it changed.
We can even go by this year. So please tell me why you feel Kawhi is a better player than LeBron.
Why do I feel like he's a better player than LeBron? Because
he's
I feel
younger.
no, not because he's young. Because I feel like he's gonna play.
Wait, no, let him explain.
I
go
feel
ahead.
like he's gonna play on both ends of the floor the whole time.
LeBron, go ahead.
But he didn't.
No, LeBron doesn't.
He didn't.
This year, yeah, he do it
In the
every year. I'm not
playoffs,
even
he
gonna say-
didn't. No, he didn't.
When he not play no D?
Bro, Murray was killing them.
When is it
He-
his
he-
job
he-
to guard
Jokic
the
was
point
killing
guard?
them. If you're the best defender, you gonna guard the best offensive player.
Oh my God!
Ain't that what I heard about? Ain't that what I heard about LeBron versus Dirk? Ain't that what I heard?
If that's exactly what Reggie said. He said, "Why did LeBron guard Dirk?"
I said, "Why he didn't guard Dirk? Because he wasn't doing shit on offense." Like they said about Paul George. They said, "Paul George, you're not doing shit on offense. Why don't you take the best player on defense if you're a great wing player?" Say that said about LeBron. We forget Dwayne Wade was the one carrying them on offense. So LeBron should have guarded Dirk.
Man, I think he's gonna feel how he feel. We gonna have to move on, man, from this.
No, I want to read you that because you trying to sit here.
I'm gonna have to get ready to go, fellas. Just one quick last message. The way that you feel that Kawhi is better than LeBron is better than Jordan. Stop going by the stats, because if you want to go by the stats, Kawhi,
no, he's not, because Jordan don't have no playoff meltdowns, partner. Nor has he ever scored less than 22 points in a single playoff game. LeBron had games where he done scored 14 points, or where he done scored 8 points.
You said he's never had a playoff game where he scored less than 22?
Yeah.
Okay, you might want to go look up them years before.
Go find it. Sir. I already looked him up. Go find it. He ain't never scored 19 in a game. Never even scored 19 in a game. LeBron has scored 8 in a playoff game. 8.
If you want to go by statistics,
I'm going by what he did. Ain't no damn statistic. I'm going by what he did. He scored 8 points in the whole damn game. In the Mavericks game, when y'all try to say he the best player, and I think he won MVP that year, he averaged 17 points, Drake. 3 points more than Kawhi did in that one game. That's what he averaged.
So?
17. That ain't shit.
He had other scores.
No, he didn't.
He did.
Other people had to score because he wasn't doing shit.
Bosh. He had other scores. What are you talking about?
Other people, he wasn't doing shit. He's supposed to be the best player. That's what people kept trying to say. All right, go ahead. That people kept trying to say.
Well, we appreciate that call.
Kawhi for one game.
I appreciate that call,
14.
Man.
This dude averaged 17.
I appreciate that call.
In the finals.
Put
That's
Reggie
trash.
in his place.
That's trash.
Your brother said he don't understand where your mind.
Well, my brother's a big LeBron fan. He's all that, like, when he started watching basketball, that's the first player he started watching. I remember because I'm the one that put him on LeBron.
Oh man, hey, if Man's not here to speak, I don't think we should speak about it.
I mean, if he called back or he'll be back on next time, he'll tell you. That's why I'm surprised. I'm like, why didn't he start with that? Like, I hate when people say stuff as if they're being unbiased when he know LeBron is his favorite player. That's been his only favorite player the entire time he's watched basketball.
But LeBron is not my favorite.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. He's talking as if he's unbiased, but LeBron has literally been his only favorite player since he started watching the sport of basketball.
The only player I'm biased about is Allen Iverson. That's the only player. So all the rest of them, I'm objective to any of their flaws, bro. And Jordan has flaws. He does, man. It's okay. You can still wear your Jordans with pride, bro. You can still wear them with pride.
You can wear your bronze, man. It's cool.
You can wear them with pride,
bro. I literally, bro. It's no way you can convince me that
I'm not
LeBron
trying to convince you. I'm not trying to.
It's no argument that you can make that LeBron is better. Anything he's
done,
to make Jordan an argument. Has gone to bigger heights. All you can ever say is
that's not true.
He played more games. He piled up more stats. That's it. I look at averages because averages tell what you did in those games. What is your averages across those games?
No, that's not true, bro. You can have an average of 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 90, and still be in the 95 range. But
no, you're going to be like 97, 98.
No, it could be a person with 10 100s. Huh. Okay. It could be a person with 10 100s, 190, and then drop down to a 98, 99. It could be that same person with them same 10 100s to 90 and a couple 80s, 70s, but they still did what that other person did. They just have more years of doing something, which drops their average. An average can't be the end all, bro. Because more years spreads out your averages.
It only starts to spread it out when you start your decline.
It starts to spread it out by the more numbers you add to the average. It's like when you went to school.
Only if they're lower numbers.
If you went to school and only got graded with tests,
your averages drop when your numbers get lower. LeBron is not at the point where his numbers getting low. His averages right now are his averages. Even if you want to take out his 3 worst years of his career. Even if you want to take them out.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
S.P.I.L.L. He's back.
Yeah, he back.
No, I'm gonna get ready to go back to work and whatnot. But you said Michael Jordan never scored below 22.
Yeah, what you feeling?
Game 3, Boston, 1986, 19 points.
He's going damn 19 points.
He got the stats
It
right
was not-
there.
I got the stats in front of
Again,
my
you
face.
said 1980. You talking about 1986? Is that the series when he averaged 43?
No, he averaged, yeah. But you say he never had a game below 20.
He didn't. Man, I don't know what you looking at, bro.
Hey.
You talking about 19 points in the fourth quarter?
Hey.
No, 19 points for the game. So he went 8 for 18.
Man, he only played 3 games. How can he average 43 points? How can he average 43 points and he scored 19 in the game? Do you know how much he would have to get in the other game?
You're right, and that's the series when he scored a legendary
60.
That's
That's the one when he went 60.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why that average looked like that. But it's 19 points per game.
That's I was just trying to explain to him about numbers. Like, the more numbers you have, the chances of your average being low.
No, only if the numbers are lower. That's the only way your average is going to go down. Is if it gets lower. But Jordan's numbers are like it is because of Washington. If you take away Washington, his averages are way higher.
Because his numbers are combined in a short year span. It's not no longevity.
It's not short, though. It's 15 years.
That's short compared to LeBron.
15 versus 17?
Let's look at an example. If I sat here and say, hey, short average 40-something points for the series. Oh, okay. Well, that's great. Versus, game 3, he only had 19. How you gonna feel then? You told me to go look up.
Say it again.
You told me to go look up a game he had below 22. You told me to look up a game he dropped below 22 points. He had 19, 8 for 18 in game 3. Game 2, he had 69 points.
And what do you have?
Some people would call that a choke, to be honest with you. Some people would call that a choke, or he's tired, or whichever one you want to call it.
Hold on, no, okay, man.
He's not as good as they thought he was.
Before I even get into that, say the year again, and that's gonna
1986.
Okay,
That
that's gonna shut your whole argument up. If you say 86 Celtics, everybody's gonna tell you be quiet. If you Google the top 10 greatest teams of all time,
because who he's playing against now.
If you Google the top 10 greatest teams of all time, that's that 86 team. That's one of them.
Okay,
you got the 86 Boston, you got the 87 Lakers, the Bad Boy Pistons.
Against that same Boston team, how did he just drop 69 the night before that?
You said the night before that.
Yeah, he just dropped 69 in the game before.
And that's also what I was telling you, Drake. Ain't no back-to-back playoff games, bruh. No more. There's rest in between. Like, what my brother just say? The night before. That don't happen no more.
No. The game wasn't. I'm saying the night that they played before that. It wasn't literally back. What are you talking about?
Let me look at the date. It was.
Go ahead, look at the date.
It was 2 days before.
Yeah, you can't. They never had back-to-back playoffs, bro. You got to fly to the city. What are you talking about? They never did that.
That's
2 days
injury
in a row.
risk every time.
You got to get to the city you playing at, right? You know that, right?
Yeah, but you play multiple games in that city sometimes.
Oh, my God.
Well, I'm sorry, once again. The playoff series back then was shorter. Yeah, Michael averaged 43. But in game 3, when he was getting ready to be closed out, he only scored 19 points. He didn't have Scotty. He didn't have Dennis. How do you feel?
They ain't have Scotty or Dennis?
He didn't have neither one. He didn't have Phil. He didn't have Scotty. He didn't have
no damn body. It was his second year in the league. I know what you're talking about. Oh, yeah. That's the year he came back from the broken leg.
That's because he came. Yeah, some fans just come up with every excuse.
Nah, bro. I remember niggas tried to act like that LeBron missed the playoffs because he missed them games with a hamstring pull.
You know what? And I'm gonna get ready to go back to work because this argument will never end. All I'm gonna say is I'm not gonna take that from a fucking D-Rose fan. I'm just not gonna do it to myself. Y'all have a great show, fellas. I'm gonna get on the next one though.
I don't understand what D-Rose got to do with it.
All right, brother, man. Hey, man, ain't it funny when somebody take your stats, your status, like the question for the day when I asked about marriage, somebody posted the same thing. And they ain't gonna give me the nutter like
They didn't redo your stuff or whatever.
Nah, they didn't share my stuff. They just made their own post and then changed it from 4 years to 7 years.
Maybe they feel like they changed the whole dynamic of the question.
That shit funny. That shit funny, man. Stealing people's stats and shit. I laughed at it.
Yeah. And they on your page and stuff?
Yeah, they friends with me. They ain't even like the post. They didn't comment on nothing. They just made their own stat about it. All right. Let's this other question. Worst candy. Worst candy giving out Halloween.
Candy corn.
Candy corn is actually good.
I don't like candy corn. Man.
Yeah, tripping. Some people said candy corn on her.
I don't like candy corn.
Mine would have to be dark chocolate. Any dark chocolate, like it's not milk chocolate. I like milk chocolate, but that dark chocolate, that sour, not sour, but it's like a bland, not even sweet. It's like a coffee. Just it's just. I hate dark chocolate. I really do. I hate dark chocolate. Black licorice too.
You don't like black licorice?
You like black licorice?
No, I'm just asking. I mean, it's pretty popular.
Fuck no, it ain't.
It is. A lot of
Black
people like black
licorice is not popular, bro. Black licorice is like
that's the grape one, ain't it?
Black licorice is like the grape.
Yeah, I'm saying, ain't that the grape licorice?
No, black licorice is black licorice. Like you ever had a black jelly bean?
No, ain't jelly beans.
I don't think you had black licorice is the original licorice.
I've only eaten the red.
Yeah, it's the original licorice before the red one came out.
So the black one isn't grape.
No, they ain't got no grape.
The
grape came out. This is the new age shit. The grape wasn't black; it's purple.
And you just taught me something. I definitely thought it was great.
Oh, Tiffany just said she loves black licorice.
I told you. Hey, it's people that like it.
Gross.
It is people that like
black licorice tastes like mint. It's like pepperminty, like flavor. It's gross. Yeah, she says you don't like candy corn. Candy corn is okay. It's like candy corn tastes like butterscotch. Butterscotch. You ever had the old butterscotch in the clear wrapper? No, the yellow wrapper, the butterscotch candy.
No.
The yellow wrapper. Bro, what year was you born again?
I mean, I seen it. I just ain't eat it.
Yo,
It doesn't look appetizing to me. I've seen it. It just doesn't look like something look appetizing to me.
Like, so when we used to go to church, my mama always had a handful of peppermints, butterscotch.
Peppermints I mess with.
Peppermints, butterscotch, and the strawberry candies.
The one that came in the strawberry wrapper? Yeah, I mess with both of them. I didn't want the butterscotch.
You tripping. Them was fire.
I didn't want it, man. I'm sorry.
All right. Some of the comments were Three Musketeers.
What? I know a lot of people like Three Musketeers.
Black licorice. We said that. Good and Plenty. What's a Good and Plenty?
I don't know. I was just going to ask you.
I've never even seen that. Candy corn was another one.
Yeah, candy corn sucks.
Milky Way. I don't know what's up with that one. I kind of like Milky Ways. I eat the caramel off the nougat part.
Off the Milky Way?
Yeah. Just leave it there. Some of you said the candy with plain orange and black wrapper, no name on, no nothing, don't even know where you get it. That fake caramel. He said no name candy. The kind already open, I hate it because it be the good candy. Them shits that come wrapped in wax like paper with no name. Oh yeah, I know what she talking about. Like but some of them be good. The salt, the taffy, saltwater taffy. It be having, you know what I'm saying, no names on it. But some of them be nasty. Some of them be good. Like the red ones be fire. It be some red ones before, like during the Christmas, they come out with them. It's the peppermint kind, the taffy peppermint, and then the pink one be strawberry, and the green one be like apple. I like the red and the green one. I eat that, but I tend to eat if I ain't got no candy, I eat some nasty candy. Like if I just got it, you can see myself eating. I eat that shit. Almond Joy. What? I hate Almond Joys though. I ain't gonna stunt. I don't like coconut in my candy. I don't like coconut for real at all.
Oh yeah, I don't like nothing coconut.
I've seen some people eat raw coconuts, drink the milk out of it. That shit is gross. That shit is gross.
Man, you seen that they went and got Tory Lanze.
Oh yeah, we supposed to talk about what they arrested him.
Yeah, they charged him.
They charged him. I don't know
Yeah.
if they arrested him yet.
Yeah, they charged him. Sucks.
He said it sucks. If he shot her, he shot her.
Free Tory, he ain't do it.
Oh my God, bruh.
He ain't do it.
I think what made the situation worse is that he made a whole album about dissing a whole bunch of people about it. Like
They all came at him. It ain't like it's not like he didn't.
yeah,
He just went at there for no reason.
as
People always wanna
it
say
was
stuff
under
about
wraps, it didn't look like it was going to be put charges on him. But as soon as he started making money off the situation,
I'm sure it was some media
them charges came
media
up on him.
pressure, other pressure. They're like, oh, you want to get somebody for shooting a black person? We'll get another black person.
Tory said he didn't do it, but you don't know, man. You never know.
No, you don't.
Because some of the people in the car were saying that some oh man, I just seen a post. Black women deserve love that doesn't involve struggling first.
Here we go. Here we go again.
Yeah, well, I mean, black women deserve love that doesn't involve struggling first.
Pick a higher grade man.
Hey, because I ain't gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. Most black men that don't come from a fortunate family, their first level is struggle.
Or does she mean like struggle as in financial struggle, or she mean like struggle as in they
Relationship
argue
struggle.
and they into it type struggle?
Well, if you ain't with the person that is for you, you gonna have like some people get into relationships thinking like a person's gonna stay the same way that they got into it. You know what I mean? Like people like every relationship, okay? Yeah, I'm gonna say every relationship starts off with two fake ass people. It does.
It does.
It does, bro. Cause it's all beautiful in the beginning. It's yeah, babe. I do that for you. Boom, boom. Yeah, I don't really fuck with shit like that. Just lying. You know what I'm saying? Just a whole bunch of lies in the beginning. All right, and then as it goes on, one person gets tired of how somebody acts, but you still put up with it because. Oh yeah, this you know what I'm saying, you got them qualities that I did like and all this other stuff. Then as time goes on, there's gonna be something that involves you to not wanting to separate because of the pressures of separation. So like just man, it's every relationship's gonna be a struggle, man. They all are a struggle. Nothing's peaches and cream unless y'all two rich people that get together. Even then, it's gonna be struggle because you're gonna be like, "That's my money. That's your money. It's my money." Like, the only way to not struggle is to be in a relationship with your hand. Literally, like, fuck yourself. Be in a relationship with yourself. Oh man, that's crazy. Well, and then you can say the same thing as a man. Like, why can't a man be in a relationship without drama?
See, now you're saying the wrong thing. They gonna piss somebody off.
Why can't a black man get in a relationship without the drama first and be himself? Why he gotta be a whole different person?
They said you tripping.
I'm just saying. I mean, that shit go tenfolds, man. It go both ways. Definitely go both ways.
I
A
think
lot of people
really like to blame. They like blaming the other party.
Yeah, people just gotta understand, bro. When you get in a relationship, what does a relationship consist of? Two people from two different forms of belief, mind states, and everything. Like, it's rare to find somebody that's on the same accord as you. And when you do, those be the ones that they get in relationships and be happy as hell. You know what I mean? But if you don't, you give and you take. You give and you take for what you want and what you like. You take the bad, you give the good. You give the good, you take the good, you give the bad. Like, that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, man. But you got anything for him, man? Last words.
Nothing too much. Like I said, I brought up the little that porcupine situation, which was crazy. And people can get charged off of that. But did you hear about that? Last thing I want to talk about. Did you hear about that chick that plotted with her father to kill her boyfriend, and then they did it, and then they got married?
The father and the daughter?
Yes.
What?
Yes, bro.
Hold on. You can't do that, can you?
They did. They plotted to kill the boyfriend, did it, and then they got married.
Wait a minute. Why didn't they just? Wait a minute. Why they kill the boyfriend if they wasn't married?
I think.
What did he have to do with? Well, why was he stopping them from doing what they
I don't know.
had to do?
You want to hear? You want to hear it?
Yeah.
All right, turn up to.
I'm confused. Why they stop? What was stopping them from getting married if she wasn't married?
Charlamagne did it on one of his Donkey
Somebody
of the Days.
posted, LeBron is the most complete player in NBA history.
Breakfast Club, bitches.
Now, I've been called a lot in my 23 years, but Donkey of the Day is a new one.
Well, Donkey of the Day for Wednesday, October 7th goes to a father-daughter duo from West Virginia. Okay, their names are Amanda McClure and her father, Larry McClure Sr. Larry is 55 and Amanda is 31. And last Thursday, Amanda was sentenced to 40 years in prison. And her father was sentenced to life without mercy, which makes me say, Lord have mercy. I never even seen or heard of that. Life without mercy, what the hell does that even mean?
Yeah, I never heard of that.
Now, what could a father and daughter do to earn all that prison time? Let's flash back to WFXR Fox 27 for the report, please.
The man who pled guilty to torturing and killing his daughter's boyfriend in West Virginia has been sentenced to life in prison. 55-year-old Larry McClure Sr. received that sentence in McDowell County Circuit Court. He was charged with first-degree murder in the February 2019 death of John Thomas McGuire. McClure's daughter, 31-year-old Amanda McClure, pled guilty in July to second-degree murder in the slaying. Larry McClure says it was his daughter's idea to kill McGuire, and he went along with it.
Now, as a father, I can think of a few reasons why, you probably could end up killing one of your daughter's boyfriends. You know what I'm saying? I can think of some things, right? But Amanda and her daddy, Larry, killed her boyfriend back in 2019. Didn't just kill him. Larry hit him in the head with a bottle of wine on Valentine's Day, tied him up, injected him with liquid meth, and then strangled him with a garbage bag. Then they buried the body, dug him up 6 days later, then dismembered his body and buried him again. Larry said they told...
Internet issues, y'all. Internet issues.
Yo, fuck wrong with him?
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with these people, man.
Man, for 2 days before he died. Now, why did this father and daughter murderous duo do such a thing? Well, let me backtrack and read y'all the headline of the story. This is straight from People magazine. West Virginia woman plotted with father to kill her boyfriend and then married her dad. I repeat, West Virginia woman plotted with father to kill her boyfriend and then married her dad.
Guess what? I'm sorry.
We'll get to that. Now, let me tell you something about West Virginia. I had one of the purest times in West Virginia. I literally was there for 2 days back in the day. There was this show called Buck Wild on MTV that shot in West Virginia, and Little Duval and I were on that episode. So we were out there for 2 days with my man Joey and my girl Anna and my girl Kara and Shay, and rest in peace to my guy Shane Gandy. We had a ball in West Virginia. You hear me? We had Tudor's Biscuit World for breakfast, and for dinner, I was about to say we, but because Duval didn't need it. I had bear shoulder, squirrel dumpling, deer hash, and green peas Shane's mom grew herself. Everything we had for dinner, they hunt or grew themselves. When I tell you I got love for West Virginia, I mean that. Okay, drop on the clues bombs for West Virginia.
Bear shoulder? What does bear shoulder taste like?
I thought you were about to ask me a stupid question like, what is bear shoulder? Bear
so
shoulder,
what does it taste like?
It just tastes like a meaty protein. It was good. Tender, actually.
All right.
The moral of the story is I got love for West Virginia, so don't take offense when I say a father marrying his daughter in West Virginia is exactly what the rest of the world expects from West Virginia. When you in fact, West Virginia is one of the places where inbreeding is the most common. I Googled it, okay? But I'm going to tell you something. I feel sorry for Amanda because she was estranged from her father. She was raised by adoptive parents. Her daddy, Larry, was a registered sex offender. He's clearly sick in the head. He's passed all this trauma and sickness to his daughter. Then he turns around and takes advantage of whatever terrible mental, emotional state his daughter is in and starts sleeping with her. Then when she grows to love another man, he kills that man because that man professed his love for her, which pissed the father off. I'm no lawyer. I'm no judge. I'm no psychiatrist. I'm just a Negro with an opinion. I don't think 40 years in jail is going to do nothing for this woman but make her more insane. I think she needs psychological help, not jail time. This woman has clearly been traumatized in her life, and it sounds like when it comes to this thing called life, she never stood a chance. Never stood a chance. So there's nothing else to do here but play a game of guess what race.
They were white. So,
Bro, that's gross as fuck. Your daddy?
yeah, man. And there's one other thing.
I thought it was gonna be like she didn't know it was her dad and that, but she knew it was her dad.
She knew. And her dad was already a sex offender.
That's crazy.
And there's other story. I wish Bug would have still been here. I meant to get this before y'all started with that LeBron bullshit. But about Tyler,
we're ending it with LeBron. I hope
Tyler
you know that.
dies in a locked hot car after dad
I heard that.
allegedly refused.
You ain't
to
even got to play that. I know the details on that.
Yeah, because he didn't want to get his window
he
fixed.
didn't want to get his window broke.
Yeah,
And he said he didn't have enough money to fix it. Like, that's stupid. But the dumb part is when the police got there, they asked him, can we break the window? That's dumb on the police part. Like,
well, they eventually broke it, but
no.
They did break it.
Eventually ain't shit. Soon as the officer gets there, they need to break the fuck asking him, hey, can we break your window? No, it's a child in there that's dying. You break the fucking window and ask questions later. Like, I'm trying to save the kid first, not, hey, sir, can we break in your window to save your kid? No. Why not? No, we're not going through them trials and tribulations. Like, if I'm an officer, I'm fucking up your shit.
Maybe he was standing in front of it and wouldn't let him get to it.
Man, fuck no, man. Yeah, you gonna? How many times do officers restrain and motherfuckers? You shoot him with a taser and break the window. or distract him on one side and break the other side. Like, it's not that hard. They made it seem like, oh, it was a big challenge. All right, before we get out of here, I wanted to play one of the greatest Lakers to ever play the game. His opinion on LeBron James.
Oh, Jesus. Magic Johnson and his LeBron praise.
There to Kobe Bryant, and obviously this one is for Kobe and Gigi. Look who it is, the man responsible for 5 of the Lakers' 17 chips, the Hall of Famer, the one and only Earvin Magic Johnson. Magic,
I'm looking at Reggie right now,
y'all.
y'all.
Good to see you, sir.
While this is playing.
Molly, it's good to see you, especially after being named the NBA champions last night.
Yes, sir. Let's start
Magic
right there.
Any superstar that's with the
Magic,
Lakers.
talk to me. What's on your mind this morning?
Well, what's on my mind is the fact that what the Laker family is about. And then I want to give Kobe Bryant a lot of credit. And it's too bad he's not here to see his work, too, because he was working behind the scenes with Jeannie as well and with Rob and recruiting LeBron James as well. So, you know, all of us played a part, and I'm just happy that the end
Kobe wanted LeBron.
was we won the
Kobe
NBA
ain't
championship.
playing no more.
We have
He want the
17.
Lakers
I don't
to
have to
be
hear that from Celtic fans no more. No, you don't have more championships than the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, it's
Magic,
time.
I want to talk about Jeannie for a minute and get your thoughts about Jeannie specifically, because in a kind of an emotional sense in Lakers Nation, you and Jeannie are like brother and sister. You grew up with her basically from the age of 19 when the Lakers drafted you. And she's the first female owner in the history of the NBA to win a championship now. And she did it with enough distance from the late, great Dr. Jerry Buss, who's by far and without argument the greatest owner in the history of American team sports. She did it with enough distance that this is really on her. And I want to get to one example of it. When Kobe's Achilles went, they re-signed him before they ever saw him to 2 years, $50 million. And I thought at the time, what? You haven't even seen him play. That's the end of your salary cap. You're not going to be good for a long time. And what Jeannie told me then was, we have to send a message. First of all, it's Kobe. She wasn't going to let him go. And the NBA is going to see that this is how the Lakers take care of their own. Kobe's not just another player. He's a franchise icon, like Magic. Do you think that had any effect on the fact that LeBron looked at the Lakers and said, obviously your presence there was functional again, but said, yup, I want to play for the Lakers?
Yes, he saw that Jeannie Buss is a great...
Rewind a little bit. I just want to hear him say it.
That's always been the most fulfilling thing for me, besides to have this platform and have our players be able to unite like that. And we want each other to be multiple franchises. Now he's got.
So he understood that, yes, I can be the person who bring the Lakers back.
I don't know what the part is, but let's just put it in a nutshell. He said LeBron was the greatest Laker of all time.
Which is some bullshit. Bullshit. He ain't even been a Laker long enough to be the greatest Laker of all time.
He's also said he's the GOAT.
Nah, he
LeBron
said,
is the GOAT.
No, he didn't say that shit.
He did. He says.
Nope.
He said LeBron is the GOAT. Look at what he done. Oh, my God.
What a year. This one is bittersweet for sure. Great tribute there.
You lucky I ain't got the exact sound bite. It's okay, man.
They tried to pull that out of there. That's not what he said. I heard Magic when he said it. It's not what he said.
Oh, LeBron is the GOAT.
No, he not.
LeBron is the GOAT.
Only people that feel like that is Jordan haters.
AD said that.
I don't give a fuck what AD got to say.
AD
said before he got to the Lakers that LeBron was his favorite player growing up.
Stephen A said it.
No, he didn't. Stephen A said he will never surpass Michael Jordan, which is true. He got too many failures, bro. Dream one of them types that overlook all the F's you done had. It be like, hey, but look at these couple A's right here. you try to poo-poo on the motherfucker that got straight A's.
No.
Jordan got straight A's.
No,
LeBron don't
see?
have straight A's, bro.
You like the teacher that say that love basketball never could play. So when the athlete comes in there, bro, don't worry, you gonna pass. Nah. That's you. That's you.
That's what you doing with LeBron. It's okay. I know you almost did
that's
it.
What you
but I'm gonna give you half credit. You half credit. You grade on the curve.
If you giving MJ exactly
you
what you're doing,
curve.
no,
you grade on the curve.
You giving MJ straight A's.
He won. Oh my god, bro, he's undefeated. That's straight A's.
He's not.
The test is the finals. Bro. The test is the finals.
If he's undefeated, bro, he will have 15 championships
in the finals.
He will have 15
in the finals.
He will have 15 championships if he was undefeated.
Nobody goes every year. If you're going by that criteria, then there's no such thing as the GOAT.
He's damn near went 10 times.
Who is gone? That's not 17.
Who's went 10?
That's not 17.
Who's went 10?
Jerry West, Magic Johnson, Bill Russell.
They're up there. They're just not the GOAT like LeBron. And actually won more. He actually won more times than he's been there. Than them.
No, he didn't. Magic won more. Magic got 5.
Magic got 5. And Magic, wait, how many has Magic been to?
No,
8.
You know what?
He ain't been to as many as LeBron.
Magic went to 9.
Yeah,
Kareem is the one that went to 10, and he got 6.
He got 6. And I will put Kareem as, if I was an OG, like a real, like in my brother's generation and all that, Kareem will be my number 1. And they're trading on their nigga for Jordan
because he went to 10.
No, because he's not only been the greatest.
Because before this year,
he's not. Wait, no. Damn! Did you just ask me a question?
I know what Kareem is.
Can I answer?
I know what Kareem is.
He's not only been the best pro, he's been the best college, best high school. He's been the best. So I wouldn't, if I was in that generation, he would be my number 1. Fortunately, you can say I'm from the Michael Jordan era.
No, you're not.
You can say it. Because I was born in 87.
Yeah, but you started watching in the second half of his career.
But that's because I started watching him. But before that, I was a Dr. J fan. That was my dude. Actually, he's in my top 5. Okay?
Dr. J tight.
He's in my top 5. All right? But the thing I didn't like about Jordan is what I witnessed, bro. He got a lot of calls, bro.
And LeBron
that was bullshit.
LeBron don't.
LeBron does. LeBron does.
So why don't you dislike him for that then?
Because I see the greater in LeBron.
Oh my God. You just said you dislike this dude, and this dude get the same thing, but you dislike him for it, but not him for it.
No, I do. I do dislike LeBron for that. I hate a bitch. I hate somebody who bitches a lot.
And he does more than anybody I've seen.
That's something I don't like. No, he doesn't.
Jordan bitch too.
No, he doesn't.
Like LeBron.
No, the biggest complainer in NBA history was Rasheed Wallace.
But he ain't in the GOAT. That's totally different. He ain't in the GOAT discussion.
But that's why I don't say statements like you just said. He bitch way more than anybody I've seen. He hasn't.
We talking about people in the conversation.
No.
I thought we were sticking to the group. If there's a group of people that's in the GOAT conversation.
Well, you can.
I thought that's who we was talking about.
Kareem
he's in the conversation.
Akeem Olajuwon.
He's not in the conversation.
No, not Akeem. Kareem. He used to complain a lot. He used to complain a lot.
That's what I'm saying. I thought we were talking about people in the conversation.
Jordan used to complain a lot. He paid a writer to literally make a article.
He didn't pay him. He said what he said. He did not pay him.
Bro.
He said what he said.
He called the writer to do the interview. Jordan don't do no other interviews with nobody. I told you that earlier.
He used to.
Bruh.
He used to. Don't act like you forgot why he stopped. He used to, though.
He stopped because he couldn't deal with people talking about his business, which meaning he wouldn't be able to survive in his social media
LeBron the same way LeBron was doing interviews with nobody? Nobody. He does his own shit on his own little platform himself. He doesn't interview with anybody.
At first, he did.
He did it with just ESPN. Like Jordan
he did it with ESPN. But
they pissed him off.
But no. Nobody pissed him off.
LeBron
he realized LeBron realized the value of his word and said, only my partners are getting paid off my mouth.
So who are the partners?
The Undisputed. That's who people who releases stuff.
That's him. That ain't his partner.
But
Maverick.
That's Maverick shit. He just funded it for him. That's his partner.
LeBron got mad.
Oh my God!
After that Maverick series, he got pissed off and he stopped doing interviews with everybody.
No, he did.
Yes, he did. He used to go on shows like he used to go on ESPN a lot and all them shows. And then after that 11
all
series,
right, let me ask you this: do you think Jordan would have been tweeting?
Tweeting?
Yeah.
No, he don't seem like a person that tweets.
Exactly. Okay. He wouldn't, but LeBron does, and he does Instagram. He does all that, right?
LeBron like that stuff
because, all right, bro, it's a different time to where that is like LeBron shares his information. Now where I would agree with the situation, I don't know how he would have been back then, but as for right now, that's what it is. And at that time, Jordan didn't like that shit. And they will demand that shit from you. Like I picture Jordan as a Kawhi. Like
he wouldn't have been
attitude.
He
like
was hella charismatic.
What
when he played? He did all the talk shows.
Yeah. He did.
Jordan was everywhere.
Yeah, Jordan did do the TV shows and shit like that.
All that.
But Kawhi does commercials and shit too.
Because
he realizes the market when he came back to LA.
Doing commercials. He did local stuff with San Antonio that was kind of funny but kind of off at the same time. Like they've been showing him more, which is weird ever since he left.
Which is meaning players are always. They have to be marketable, because NBA is a business. Your players have to be likable.
That's what I was saying about Shaq.
They have to have a likeness.
About Shaq.
They have to have a likeness. But I won't discredit. I just don't think Jordan would like his bit, because he never liked his kids in the media. Literally, LeBron kids grew up in the media.
Not really.
Yes.
Bronny get in the media now, but they don't really say nothing about his kids for real.
Bronny been in the media.
And Bronny in the media because he hooping now.
But no, not just now, bro.
They weren't on Bronny like that before he started hooping.
You wasn't.
They was not on Bronny like that.
I know for sure because I've been watching it since back then. Bro, his first video, LeBron's son. Matter of fact, did you know Iverson's son got a video out? Bro, I watched that. That's like
and Melo.
That, bro,
T-Mac,
you get
Kenyon
but no.
Martin.
See, them just started popping. Before then, it was cats like Eddie House got a boy who go to Arizona now.
Yeah.
Austin Rivers mixtapes when it first dropped. What's his name? Akil Carr. You know who Akil Carr is? Bro, see, that's if you look up the greatest mixtape ever, basketball mixtape ever, and there'll be a 5'4" point guard, Akil Carr.
They think he got the greatest mixtape ever?
No, not just think. He do. When you see this little nigga get up and dunk on people, like a Nate Robinson 2.0 in high school. Bro, this is the type of shit Cass was watching. And when Bronny was in the 5th grade is when his first one dropped. He had little LeBron sharing little things when he was in the 4th grade, like he hooping. But 5th grade, he was playing with Blue Chips. That's when it dropped. That's when I seen him play against the Knights at a tournament. So you can see we was in that spectrum of basketball because everybody had their little highlight things. Bronny shit dropped.
He got a lot of hype because of who he was.
But it wasn't a bad tape because he was out there killing little dudes his age. And it was Cass saying shit like you because of he only getting these likes because of his name.
The hype he got was was not like the content of that video I seen to Bronny back then. It's not matching. It's little cats without that hype machine.
It's different.
It's at a totally different level.
But it's different from it's like comparing Jordan and LeBron era.
I was talking about kids in his own era. I ain't talking about nobody else's era. I'm talking about his era.
No, I'm talking about what they doing now. Yeah, they're better than it. But
not now. At that time, Bronny, what he was doing, it was cool. It was not what it was made out to be. And it was cats at that time that was better than Bronny. It's cats now that's better than Bronny. And Bronny is going to be ranked higher than a lot of these cats.
I understand that. But he is getting a lot of hype from his people. But what I'm saying is that all right, we finna get cut. Hey, it was nice doing it. Drink Lockhead.
Reggie.
We out.